Welcome, welcome everyone to Wormhole Extremists, and you guys are reversed. Un momento, por favor.
It's going well, guys.
Yeah, that's our day so far. Okay, switch.
Yes.
There it goes. Okay, perfect.
Good day to be us.
The old switcheroo.
Yeah. The roommate switch.
The roommate switch.
God. Do you like my new camera? It was too high.
Yeah, you look different. You look
Yeah,
do.
you look sharper and brighter and
Yes, it's a warmer tint. So there's that.
Ah.
Yeah, it's actually an iPhone 12 that I'm bouncing off of. I'll talk about all the shop stuff over here, and I'm
That's very
Dialgate, keep it
cool.
real. Yeah, so it's a software called Camo. So I got one of those
okay.
like self-magnetizing, like to the back of the phone, attaches to the
Right.
back of my monitor. It has a an
Oh.
anti-shake feature, so I'm like shaking the hell out of this thing, and you can only just it just does
Just a
tiny.
slight.
does
Oh,
this.
wow.
So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
awesome.
that's perfect, because if you accidentally hit your monitor,
Exactly, which happens
it's
quite a
not
lot.
affected.
So it's not
Yeah.
too bad at all. And yesterday, or the other day when we announced that Stargate is coming to London, I wish that I had had that on them, but I didn't. Stargate is coming to London, Nicole.
Yay, that's me.
It's so exciting.
I'm gonna go stalk the set. No, I'm not, but be nice.
I don't know
it would be
her.
cool.
I don't know this girl.
No, you don't. You don't. But
Yeah.
why are you wearing gloves, David? You look very nefarious.
What?
You're wearing gloves. You look nefarious. What is this about?
Is it that cold?
We're the
You're
Sticky
cold?
Bandits.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
so
say.
she got it. I got I got a bunch of weight loss in the last year, and
You
I was
did.
looking
You look
forward to
fantastic.
winter again, and all of a sudden my hands are freezing.
Freezing.
All
Yeah, fair.
the time. I have spent
Fair.
so much time with my hands under the friggin' faucet warming them up. I'm done. So
Oh no.
this
Gloves.
at least
I think
this
you
at
can
least
get.
helps.
I'm pretty sure you can get mittens, like special kind of mittens. We have them at the pharmacy or the chemist in Australia, and they're warming. Like they've got a
Yeah.
warming feature. I feel like you need something like
Are they
that.
USB mittens?
No, they've got some sort of chemical in it, so I think you activate it and it stays
Interesting.
warm for
Okay.
like 8 hours or something like that.
Exothermic
Because I had a
reaction of some
friend
sort.
that I used to work with, and she had issues getting blood to her extremities, and she
Okay.
used to have the most cold hands
Interesting.
in winter. She wasn't able to touch anything properly, so she used these mitten things.
I love the fact that David wearing gloves threw me off so much that we're talking about that now.
I know.
So
Yeah, London, very cool, very cool. Yeah, if I find out where they're filming anything, I just like, as in if it's outdoors or something, and they happen to be like for some reason exposed to the public, like sometimes when they film in locations, like whether it be like London or whatever, like as in outskirts or
Yes.
closer, then I will
Yes.
be like book on the day off just to go wander around
That's it.
conveniently in the background and just see what they're doing, and that's what I'll
I
do.
think it's nice that we're going to have a different set location, presumably. If they do anything outdoors, it'll be a slightly different setting than Vancouver.
there we go.
Yeah, it'll look weird, and I'll be like, oh, I know where that is. Yeah, it's
Separate
weird.
news, a friend of the show, a certain Ritu Charlie, has just gotten a really big break. And I'm going to put it on the screen here just a second. Whoops. Nabbit. Okay, Ritu Charlie, Jeff Gulka, has been cast in Amazon's God of War. And Nicole,
So
you are
exciting.
buddies with him, so this
Oh,
has
he's
got to
my
be
bestie.
pretty big deal.
He's my bestie. Yeah. So, Jeff has been acting for so many years. This is like so massively deserved. He's a talented man and I love him to bits. And so this is like a really big deal. And when the news broke, I couldn't bloody believe it. And I told
Absolutely.
everyone I know. I sent them the article as soon as it popped out. I was like, "Oh my God, guys, can you believe this happened?" And I think I told
Yes.
like 30 people that day.
Well, as soon as it came out,
I
you
love
you
it.
dropped everything and called me. I was like, "Well, what's going on here?" Because you and I don't video chat unless typically I call you to update
Yeah,
on something, and you
yeah,
were calling me. And I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, please,
Yes.
God, don't let something have happened to Petter or something like
Yeah, no.
or the dog." I mean, and then
Yeah.
this news came out, and I was like,
And
"All
I missed
right."
this phone call. It was
as
2
I
a.m.
know,
my
sorry.
time.
As gamers, this is like such a huge deal because like it's extra deserved because Jeff is
Yes.
already in the video game space as a fan, so it's like an
Yes.
extra respect for and an appreciation
I
for
wonder if that would
the
help
work
him
that
or
came
hurt
before.
him.
Yes.
I don't know. It's a very interesting question. I
Can
did
I ask,
wonder.
so from a person who is
Yeah.
not a gamer,
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the the material.
Hmm.
Is the character that Jeff is playing, is it currently present in God of War, or is it
He's
going to
in the
be a
games,
new
yeah.
creation?
The character is already in the games.
Okay,
Multiple
so Jeff
games,
already
plural.
has like a little bit of background knowledge, I guess. Like he has some knowledge of
So he knows who this guy is.
character based on him
Yeah.
playing the games.
Yeah,
That is
Sindri
really
is
cool.
in
Tell us
God of War.
Can you tell us about Sindri?
Oh my goodness. So from the games, what I know
Well,
is
you've
that
played. I've only downloaded them and intend to play them one day.
I play.
And
I
looked at them.
actually.
So these are the
I
Christopher
actually,
Judge versions. He's in that one.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
I haven't actually played the second one, and I dabbled in the first because I'm not a PlayStation person, so I had to find ways around
well, it's on
it.
PC now.
Okay.
I know, but my computer's naff. Yeah. So
Naff
in
means slow.
in God of War, or just bad. He plays one of two brothers, and I don't want to spoil too much, but basically he works in forging weapons and stuff, and so his
Cool. That is a
character
step up for
has a very
Ritu
fun
Charlie.
relationship. Yeah, he has a fun relationship with his brother and Kratos and stuff that I don't want to go into. It's very because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't played the games who want to watch the show. And a lot of interesting history with his brother and stuff and the mythology of
Is
the,
everyone
of the
human
game.
in this game, or are there different species? I mean, I don't know anything about the game.
It's all Norse mythology. It's all
Okay.
Norse mythology, so they're
Okay.
all like some sort of like interpretation of Norse mythology.
Okay.
Which is really cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So would
Yeah.
he be requiring any prosthetics or something based on the character in the game?
I don't think necessarily because like the
Ah.
character just
He's more
looks pretty
humanoid?
bog standard. Yeah,
Okay.
he's pretty
Okay,
humanoid.
okay.
You
So
got
but
big
I'm-
people, you got
cool.
regular people, you got smaller people, you got all like different kinds of folk.
I don't know what Jeff would need. So maybe down the line, after stuff comes out, he can talk about it.
If
But
I
don't
were
know.
him, I'd be working on my pecs and my whatever these are, my
Biceps.
because
Biceps.
if he
Biceps,
forges
triceps.
weapons, he's going to be gritty and dirty, and he's going to be bare armed. So because you don't want those things to catch fire when you're dealing with a forge. So
Yeah, I'm just really, really excited because I think that as a gamer and as someone who's worked for so long, he really 100%, like 150%, 1000%
It's so
deserves this.
exciting.
That's
And
really
is
cool.
it filming in Canada?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I hope it is. I'm not sure. But
who's doing the show? Who's backing it? Is it Amazon? Who is it?
Amazon.
It is
It's Amazon.
Amazon.
So the really cool thing about that as well is that obviously Jeff has the
Ah.
Stargate connection, and God of War is now going to be Amazon, which means
Yes.
that he's kind of like rejoining the
He'll
family.
be back under that family, that umbrella again. It's as if he
Yeah.
was doing
Reconnecting.
well, he is doing an
Yeah.
MGM, like the same
Yeah.
company. So
So I
except
would
it's
love...
not Amazon MGM, I don't think that's got it.
No,
It's just
no,
Amazon
it's not.
itself.
It's just
Okay.
Amazon. But I
Okay.
really, I'd love to like have this be like a step in for them to be like, oh, we've worked with this guy originally on Stargate. We've now worked with them on God of War under the Amazon umbrella. Maybe we could like bring him back for Stargate again. That's my dream.
Well, this is going to come out before Stargate, so they'd be foolish not to leverage that.
Yeah. So I want them. I want them to leverage
Mm.
Jeff as much as possible, and then and Jeff, don't forget your friends. I will. Oh, by the way, I asked Jeff if he could like pay me in like friendship tax for just being such a supportive friend,
Just being
all this
supportive
time.
there through all of his,
And-
because
and
he's been auditioning. You just didn't know what for, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I
There
had
you
no
go.
idea what was going on. I just knew that he was
There you go.
busy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the really funny thing was that he paid me back the other night in friendship tax in worms in Wingspan that I could buy more birds
Those
with
digital goods?
in the game. It's a card game where you play birds on a board, and
I
he
can
gave
give
me
you a bird
worms.
right now.
He gave me worms so that I could buy and feed a bird. And he was like,
A
there's
digital
friend
bird.
Yeah, there's
A
friend
digital
tax.
bird.
It's like
And I was
Farmville
like,
all over
so
again.
cute.
God.
rude. I was like, rude.
Yeah,
So-
man. Yeah, that's
I
a pretty
think that's
core.
cute.
Really funny though.
Yeah, well, that's
Really funny.
I'm thrilled for him. This is fantastic. I'd love to be able to get him back for an interview once he can talk about it. Because now he gets to go through the meat grinder that is the publicity blackout. Now that the information is out that he's in it, but he can't talk about the scripts. So
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
it's gonna be really interesting.
I-
Looking forward to seeing what comes from that, and if
I'm thrilled for
they
him.
nail it.
Yes.
This is
think they will.
he is absolutely earned
Absolutely
this, and the fact that
thrilled for Jeff.
he's involved in something that he's played and enjoys. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
So.
and that's the thing. It's just it's so
crossover
deserved.
with a personal interest is
Yes,
it's a
100%.
great
That's it.
opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't have any bad examples. Does anyone else? Before we get rocking and rolling?
I have a bad
Yvie.
example, but I'm looking at it now and I'm like, I don't know if this is going to make any sense.
But then it's a bad
Okay.
example. So
Well,
you know what that does
I
to my heart,
probably
pitter
spent
patter.
a little too much time on it, to be quite honest.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know.
What's
I
that
know.
guy
sad
in
face,
the
sad
sports arena
face.
who's got the flannel on and the vest and he's doing this? And it's like
Yeah, you look at me
Amidala
disapprovingly.
when she helps Anubis ascend. Or the ancients when Amidala they watch Amidala help ascend Anubis. Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I butchered that. God. Okay. What do we
Okay,
got?
all right.
Please
Are
save
we
me.
ready?
Yes.
Go,
we're
go,
ready.
go.
Ready?
Oh, you
All
used
right.
paper. Oh my God.
I did. I used paper.
Yvie, what the hell is that?
It looks like he's holding someone else's arm with his arm.
Yvie, what the hell is that?
God's sakes.
So these bits here
Those look
are
like
important.
Tok'ra tunnel crystals. Is it Tok'ra?
Oh my
No,
God!
it's
Oh,
not
I thought
Tok'ra.
you nailed. I thought you
Well,
nailed
the
it. That
background there
makes
with the
so
little
much
thingy.
sense.
Yeah. What does everyone else
Yeah,
think
that's
is
probably
happening?
not very important. That was just part of the.
Is it like the
set.
Peltac? Evie's not saying if it's the
okay,
Peltac.
this one is really hard. Then.
No, it's
Yvie,
okay.
You're
Shush.
a monster.
Shush. Okay, so maybe it's a tent.
So far in the chat, it's not correct.
Is it Atlantis?
No, it's not Atlantis.
So it's SG-1?
It's SG-1.
Interesting. I was like, it's not Riley, is it? Is it Apophis?
No, it's not Apophis.
Wow. Like, is he holding something?
He's resting on something.
Evie, I'm so weirded out. Is that supposed to be like Jack?
It's not Jack.
What the hell is this?
So the character
sakes,
is
this
lying
really
down.
Tricky. Search and rescue. No, she said it's SG-1.
No.
Looks
It's
like someone
SG-1.
giving chocolate. Someone is giving chocolate. That's quite a
It does
large
kind of
Hershey
look
bar.
like- yeah.
So the arm resting on this thing?
Yes, they probably don't look as plush.
They're lying down.
As they should.
They're lying down.
They're lying down.
I'm trying
As
to
plush as they should.
I'm trying to
Evie, are those
interpret
pillows?
the outer lines though.
Evie, are those pillows?
Everyone's like, when are they just going to get to the episode? My God.
Are those Evie, are those pillows?
I'm not giving up.
Yes or no?
Yes, they are pillows.
Oh no, it's not like metamorphosis, is it?
It is metamorphosis. That's Jonas. And
Did I get it?
these are Nirti's legs. You know that scene where Jonas wakes up in like Nirti's lair
In the
or bed or
pillows.
whatever you'd like to call it.
So this is
And
like
the camera
is
is
this part of her
yes,
interior.
yes,
Oh
yes.
my
And she's got her legs
God.
up, and it's very
Evie said it's like he's lying down, but it's more plush, and I went plush. Are those pillows? And I was like,
they're
oh
very
my God.
badly drawn pillows. So
That's
He looks like he's
amazing.
in severe
Jonas.
distress. So
No one
I kept
got
on
that.
thinking
That
it
was
was
concerning,
because he
I
woke
think
up and
it
he was just like,
the
"What?
infirmary.
Where am I?"
Yeah.
Okay, Alyssa says Jonas. There you go. That's it.
By the way, Jeff, if you want to add this in, David, to the other bit, Jeff made a joke about the pecs thing, saying instead of working on my pecs, I'll just watch your stream while I play video games.
Is he in the
That's his
stream?
workout. Yeah, he was in there. He commented in the stream.
Well, it's a good
Saying
thing I
he's
didn't
very
say anything
excited.
bad about Jeff while he was in there, because he would have
And
seen.
everyone's congratulating him in the chat. So that's
There we
like,
go.
Evie, that
That's
was
awesome.
really
Yes.
difficult. No one got that until you mentioned plush. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you
I
crazy.
probably need to work on drawing better pillows. I don't know.
no, better legs.
I mean,
better
I
legs.
can't decide if it
legs?
was a bad example or not, because it was like well drawn, but it wasn't bad
Yeesh.
like in the context that I request for you guys to do bad. So it's
Yes.
neither here nor there. All right, live rewatch. We've got Reckoning Part 1 of this two-parter.
We do. We
Yes.
do.
So
Feels weird watching these not one after the other for Reckoning. We're dying over to Atlantis. It's very bizarre, but that's
well,
how they
that's it.
release.
Are
So,
Are you
know,
busy
we're
next
following
week,
that.
or are you available next week? Nicole?
What's next week? What's next week?
I don't know.
So
It's
next week
the 8th.
is
Are you
the
available the 8th or
8th.
not available the 8th?
I'm free. I am free.
But the following week you're not available.
I am now free.
The
My-
8th
my-
and the 15th
and the
you're
15th.
free?
Yeah, my plans changed. I'm
Oh,
free.
interesting. Okay.
There you go.
I'm not sure I'm going to be
okay.
available next week because it's the opening weekend for Dial the Gates
Dial the
season
Gate.
7 officially.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, you've got an
So-
interview with Joe.
Right, Joe Flanagan, and
Yes.
I'm trying to schedule a certain small woman, and it isn't working. So we'll see about getting her, and yeah, we'll talk. So, oh yeah, Reckoning. Hey, the artifact. All right, guys.
Okay, all right. So possibly we are watching Reckoning Part 1 this week and then maybe skipping 2 weeks.
Definitely, we
basically...
are watching Reckoning Part 1 this
Yes.
week, and possibly
Going well.
Reckoning Part 2 next week. So we will see.
It's going
Okay.
well.
Yes.
Also, someone commented on my hat, and because I was saying David's wearing gloves, and then they're like, "Well, you look like chilly too, Nicole," because I'm like, I'm clearly a bit cold and wearing a hat. No, my hair's not cooperating. I've been in London all day, and it's gone all so
Bad
I'm
hair
wearing
day.
a beanie.
That's
Yep,
it.
so I'm wearing
I
a
hear ya.
heated rivalry beanie and a heated rivalry shirt because I've got problems. Let's go.
We'll show the shirt. Can you
Oh.
show the shirt without us getting banned?
Yeah.
Easily distracted by Rozanov and Hollander. Heart.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
Is that a light pink?
Yes, it's a light pink with like a dark reddish pink
You wear
on
it
the
well.
chest.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pink
Alright,
suits
sweet.
my
I
brown
think it's
hair.
my favorite color.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Reckoning Part 1, everyone. Hope you can join us for this one. There's no lion at the beginning. We just go straight into it. Reckoning Part 1 in 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Yvie
Hello.
and Nicole.
Hello.
Oh my god, the system lords are no longer. And oh
You've thrown it
my
back
god,
so
that
far.
top. I want that top.
Oh, for yourself?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see you pull it off.
I think you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll show a lot of pecs.
I wonder who these
we
two
could try
guys
it.
are on either side. There's the
Oh,
bottom of the barrel
I'm
system lords.
sad.
Yeah.
I'm
What's left?
sad.
This is a big
So
scene
this
here,
scene,
guys.
It marks the death of you, the oldest Gawbled
My
system
favorite.
lord, and it's Vince's final appearance, obviously, in this role. But he does turn
Oshu.
up in Continuing,
Yes.
and also it's the last episode for our friend Kevin
Yeah.
Otsuji
Called
as
Tsuji.
Oshu,
So
and I think in
love this actress. This is
Yes.
a shame that she is only this one scene because she was
Yes.
fantastic.
yes, I actually have a very similar hat to this. I should have whipped it out for today.
Ooh.
It's very 1920s Gatsby.
I think I saw
Very
like
nice.
Rihanna wear that to an event like 10 years ago, the same hat.
Yes.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's it.
So in his Dial the Gate interview, Kevin Otsuji said that learning about the death of his character from the script actually came as a bit of a shock, and he admitted it wasn't a bad way to go, though he technically doesn't really die on screen. He potentially dies off screen.
Yeah.
But he said that he really loved the character and the internal turmoil that Oshu was dealing with, and he wasn't happy to see it end. So I think, David, when you asked what Oshu was thinking in this final moment, Kevin described it as pure shock and failure. You know,
Yeah.
standing there, letting it happen, unable to stop it, and having sort of thousands of years of service behind him just done in a
Potentially
split
thousands of
second.
years. Yeah. Yeah. We don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But unless he
And
said so. I don't think he did.
I couldn't find any interviews with Vince about his time in Stargate, but in a way, his legacy kind of lives on in reverse through Bal, because in a Gateworld interview,
Oh,
ouch,
I'm sorry.
back in the day,
It just gets you right here.
Um,
Oh.
heartburn. Cliff Simon actually mentioned that he specifically watched how Vince played you and used it as a contrast when developing Bal. So he wanted Bal to be distinctly different from Yu's subtle, understated menace. So even as you exited the stage, his influence on the franchise kind of continues to
for sure.
remain through
Yeah.
Cliff
Bal
Simon
is
as Bal, but
a
in
diva.
reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him.
I'm kind of on the fence about the lower frame rate at that point when she turns. You know, I would have shot that with a higher
Yeah.
frame rate. I think
Same.
that would have been more
Yeah,
like intense. And also,
probably.
you know,
Yeah, it's trying to
you-
make it last longer.
you is a dragon. You know, I know that there's some implications for, you know, cutting his heart out, but I'm kind of surprised she didn't take his head off. And I mentioned that years and years ago.
The show is a
Oh.
15. I feel like taking the head off would have really like how they did it would have potentially pushed it up and caused
Yeah.
more age rating issues. So
But
it's
I
15
think
in the UK.
he's the Jade
That's
Emperor.
possible.
There's some dragon connections there, especially with like four dragons and everything else.
Yeah.
It could go either way. You know,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
you know, at least we get to
Yeah.
see Vince in anguish for a beat. So I guess if I was the actor, I would have appreciated it. They just didn't take my head off. Okay, I'm over it.
Yeah,
By the way,
true. It got to
Lockwatcher
appeal.
asked snacks, Nicole. I'm drinking a glass of rosé and I'm having some cake, some fluffy vanilla cake I got from Chinatown today.
Oh, there you
So-
go.
Oh,
There we go.
lovely. Ooh, I love a good piece of fluffy cake.
That's it.
So Joe Malozzi has said that this two-parter is the climax of, 8 terrific seasons. You've got it's the galactic throwdown to end all
That's it.
galactic throwdowns. So everything converges here. You've got SG-1, the Tok'ra, the Jafar, the Goa'uld, the Anubis,
amazing.
the Replicators, and Christopher Judge saw it similarly from Tilt's perspective. He said that it's the culmination of an 8-year arc toward Jafar freedom.
That's it.
And dealing with two reckonings at once. You've got uniting the Jafar and taking the whole city of Takara. So I believe this is also the only episode in the entire series to feature all 3 of Earth's major off-world allies at once. So you've got Braytak from the Jafar, Jacob Carter and Salmak as the Tok'ra, and Thor representing the Asgard.
That's it.
And I think as a side note, we also have 2 of the cast pulling double duty. You've got Michael Shanks as Daniel Jackson and Thor, and Amanda Tapping, playing herself and
I didn't think of it that way. That's really complicated.
Yeah, I've never thought about that either.
Yeah.
What I will say is that my only beef with these episodes is that if they mentioned it before, I was not paying attention, but I don't think they did, or it was too much in passing. Dakara, where was that before? Just all of a sudden, Dakara.
Well, they hang a lantern on it by saying,
Yeah.
if this was this easy, you would not have brought this up before. It's
I wish
deep
they'd
inside
set
of
it up-
Ball's domain.
I wish I'd set it up sooner as an
Yes.
important place for the Jafar, so that we could understand and appreciate more
Yeah,
why
just
this place is
mention
so
it.
important.
Kind of like the
that was it.
Prometheus, where
Yeah.
the Prometheus was just dumped on us. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
some Leidian would have been great.
That was it. That was it.
I
We
would have
also
preferred to go
kind
back
of-
to Keb, but I mean,
Yeah,
had
Keb would've made
Kev haven't
sense.
been taken over or something. Actually, there was a place on Keb
I
that
do
would have been
like-
significant.
Yeah, I do like how this whole story kind of comes in, it comes full circle,
Yeah.
because, Dakara is the place of their enslavement, essentially, and they're coming back to, finally defeat the Goa'uld in a sense,
Yeah,
and
not undo their
achieve their freedom, and
transformation,
it's just
but
full
yes,
circle.
remove
But
themselves
yeah.
of their bondage.
Whereas I don't know
halfway.
whether they would have had that symbolically if they'd been to Keb.
Yep.
Yeah.
We kind of missed a goof. It's not really a goof, but just before Tilk and Braytak were talking about how there was a Jafar contingent on board, but apparently this is never referenced again, even when they have this evacuation. It's discussed sort of minutes later.
Uh-oh.
And,
We got bugs. We got lots
I
of
remember when I
bugs.
first
got
watched
an
this episode,
infestation.
I had not seen. Have I seen Lost City? I think I'd seen Lost City, but I had not seen again most of the show by this point. So I sat on this episode, on these 3 episodes, and I was like, these are some of the best episodes of Stargate ever, like ever. As time goes on, I see more of the holes, and I wish I didn't. That just comes with growing up and seeing it so many times.
Explain
But I
holes.
still-
analyzing it on this show.
Yeah, no, just little things like the fact that Dakara, it just isn't even brought up before. The fact that it just feels a little rushed, kind of,
Yeah.
because it felt. I wish there was a tiny bit more build up to it, kind of like how the first season finale had the build up of there, but for the grace of God, and then politics, and then the finale. I wish there was a little bit more of that,
Right.
just a little bit,
Oh.
Here we go. How did they escape so they got all of the Peltac, but how did they escape the ship? Did they just go the other way?
I mean, they only wanted Daniel, so I guess they went to.
Did they turn around and leave? Is that the no? I'm sure they took over the ship. They were taking over
Oh,
all the
and
ships.
They
also-
would have taken over the ship.
One of the holes that I had actually on this was that why did they beam Daniel out when they could have beamed everybody out? And
They weren't interested in anyone else.
I know, but
Because-
Replicator could have just offed Sam, Teal'c, and Braytak in one go and then kept Daniel for a
That's
little bit
true.
longer.
That's
So
true.
Yeah.
I
There's
think that
another
she
hole.
has a soft spot for herself. I don't think she's interested in harming herself.
Yeah, it's possible.
You know?
Well, she will be if she succeeds in killing everyone like she's planning on doing it. So I don't know. I don't know.
So we'll hear about Jacob's rift with the High Council deepening.
Oh yeah.
Since
Previously
Death
on.
Knell.
Yeah.
So he's stolen, he admits to stealing this piece of technology the tracking display. And I think that, like, to have Selmac agree to doing that, I think speaks a lot, because the Toker have spent centuries distinguishing themselves from the Goa'uld, who are notorious for stealing technology and intelligence. So I think for Selmac to go along with this, Jacob must be exerting some, like, serious influence.
Yeah.
He is one of the oldest among them.
Yeah.
Oldest and wisest. Let's
There
not
we
forget
go.
that.
What is that thing he attached the communication to? Like, what is it standing on? I could not figure that out. It looks like a science
it kind
experiment
of looks
gizmo.
like, it reminded me of my microphone for some reason. It looked
Oh,
like it had
okay.
its own built-in stand.
Yeah, it's like a little gold, like, I don't know. I was looking
Yeah.
for like Bunsen burners and beakers and everything.
So nothing says galactic catastrophe quite like
Like dots
watching
disappearing.
blink out of existence one by one.
Budget.
Right?
Where's Shepard?
Love
He'll be
it.
the dot getting rid of the other dots.
Yep.
That's it.
It's effective.
That's it.
Or like when they get that device where they can see where all the replicator ships are in the Pegasus galaxy.
Yes.
And then they have that like that part after it fades to black and goes to the credits. You hear McKay go, "Oh crap!"
Mhm.
That
Yep.
great moment.
Isn't that the same
Wow,
one
it's going
again?
fast.
Isn't that the
I
one? The
hope
same
not.
one from a beat
Right?
earlier.
That was
162.145.
Well,
Let's see
David,
here.
Goofgate.
I wasn't paying attention to the numbers, to be honest,
162.145.
but that could very well be a
And
possibility.
then frequency. I'm
Goofgate.
just going back a little bit here to have a look. 162.145. Yes, it is.
Oh, it was
If
the same
each
one.
frequency represents a spaceship, they destroyed that spaceship twice.
Wow.
dear.
I did not come across that in any
Yeah.
of my
Add it
research
to the
for Ghost,
Stargate
so
Wikipedia.
well done.
That's it. There we go. Did you guys have a
Love
ship?
the way they look back
And
at
also,
it.
where's Daniel?
Yeah. And by the way, yeah, there you go.
Uh-oh.
Before our very eyes. Yeah.
The sigh, just the,
Yeah.
oh, God.
My doppelganger.
This again.
Duplicate.
If
I'm kind of
this,
disappointed they never called a replicator on the
yeah,
show. 'cause
you
it
think
just-
that
it works.
you think that Jack would have
Yeah.
done that. The
Yeah.
fact of the matter is that if this were real, Replisam would have wiped them out, knowing just how formidable and conniving they are and resourceful they are. She's
Yeah.
like, look, they're here. I'm getting rid of them. I don't want to deal with them anymore. She'll report back to Stargate Command. They will potentially, but I mean, it's that arrogance bug. Pardon the pun. It's
Almost like
there's nothing that they can do to stop me. Mwahaha.
That is
it's
the only-
almost like,
yeah,
it's
like,
like
that's
a
a bad
cat. Like it's almost like a cat playing with its prey.
Mm.
You know, it's having fun with it. It's wanting to see how the prey reacts.
For sure.
You know, it's not taking it out in one fell
But
swoop.
this is an awfully busy cat. You know, this is not a lounging
Yeah.
around cat. This is a cat.
Yeah.
I
that's
feel
wiping
like
out the
it
galaxy.
doesn't, the arrogance for me doesn't really suit the replicators well.
That's my
as
point. They're
yeah.
efficient. They're
They're
very
not ghouls,
efficient.
they're machines that
Right.
want to get things done quickly. So farting around and leaving, you know, the rest of SG-1 alive was just stupid. So
And the fact of the matter is, she may have attempted to destroy them and they got to another set of rings first. So we can't just assume that she gave up on trying to wipe them out.
yeah, but
Yeah,
still,
could
she
it
could
be
just
that-
them
I mean,
all, but-
Replicators,
Yeah.
like we've said, are machines, but they are trying to process a lot of kind of human emotions and doing it very poorly because they're not built to understand that. So maybe they just don't understand vengeance. So that's why they're doing it poorly. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Evie really reaching for a good excuse. Love it.
How
Love
do they
it.
communicate with the Asgard at this point? Did they still go through to Katau? You think they'd leave us with an Asgard phone that would work
I assumed they
when
did,
the
and
Blisker
that's
is not
it.
in orbit?
I'm pretty sure
Like
they
a
did.
like a grey phone?
Something.
This is
Give
like a
us
red phone for
something
the
to
president, a
call
grey
them.
phone for the Asgard because they're great.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I
Well, not
100%
necessarily a phone, like
think-
stone or something that's a little
But
bit
I
long
100%
range.
think they have a special the version of the communication stone, because doesn't turning on the gate cost way too much money? Like, could you imagine
Yes.
having to dial the gate every time you've got to send the Asgard a message? I'm sure the communication stone costs less electricity.
Look, not only that, but you've got
say
to
so.
bother a group full of Amish, go into their church, activate their crystal, go to a
Yeah.
layer underground, and then call
Ugh.
the Asgard and hope that someone's home.
Thank God they don't have to do the
Yes,
trials with
true.
the pie and all that stuff now. Oh my
Right.
God.
Trials with
The
pie.
pie. No, not that kind of pie, Evie.
I wish.
Pie.
I wanna, continue to exist. I wanna, explore the galaxy, and I want to eat
And I wanna eat pie.
3.14159.
Oh, yummy numbers. I believe that the Free Jafar world was originally called Bakara, but Joe Malozzi changed it because the name reminded him both of Baccarat, which is a card game, and Bacana, which is the Japanese word for stupid. So they switched it to Dakara,
And he
which
would know
reminded him of
Japanese.
Daiquiri. Yes.
Oh, God.
Which apparently was more acceptable.
Well, I remember watching this episode, both these episodes, and assuming it was Takara in pronunciation, until we saw the Ascended Times, and it was like, oh, it is a D. Otherwise, I would have put Takara in there before, finding the closed captions. And oftentimes the closed captions are wrong anyway. It's someone just listening to it by ear.
Am I the only
That's
person that
true.
went, oh, that's a D? That's Dakara.
Mm-hmm.
Dakara, yeah.
There you go.
So they just mentioned a time machine, so that's hanging a lantern for both
Damn
of
right.
us.
Absolutely.
See, we needed a bit more of
Lanterns
that with
left
Dakara.
and right here.
We needed a little bit, yeah. Bye, there she goes.
I
I love
See the
it.
glow in front of Walter's face? In
You
front of his
were saying?
glasses?
I
Never
kind of
mind.
like how it's sort of a nice callback to Jacob's arrival, because Thor just cuts straight to the point. Like, there's no pleasantries, there's
doesn't
no
mess around.
preamble,
That's it.
just a transporter beam.
So that was more of a ring transporter beam, whereas in the past we've just seen like a shooting star when, Jack
Yes.
flies up to and this time they actually had a beam. So I think that was a mistake
Beams
because
on
that's the
your
wrong
rosy.
technology.
Goofgate.
Was it
Okay.
reused footage, maybe?
No, it's a completely new shot for that.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
They
there's
just got a bit
pieces of my other self's arm
confused.
right there. That's whatever's left. I wonder what they used for that.
It looks like
Just
Given that it's like
aluminum
like
shaving? Yeah.
It's like dust almost. I can't
yeah.
imagine the oxygen in the
Like
air
glitter?
accidentally going a
No,
bit too intense.
it's little, silvery pieces of something. It would have to be relatively heavy because you wouldn't want it to blow off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if the
That's
oxygen
true.
in the room
Metal
circulates a
shavings
bit
of
too
some kind.
intensely,
Yeah.
then the metal shavings are going to fly off. So, like, be careful.
I need to reach out to Evil Kenny and say, hey, bro, what this?
With dish shavings.
A dish shavings. Ah, okay. Stardust, genuine stardust. Oh,
Expect
God.
that. I don't expect that. That's so funny.
There you go. Yeah. Where's
Amazing.
some packing peanuts, please? I need the virility enhancers. So, all right. Anyway.
So I think we learn later that the Free Jafar have never set foot on Dakara. And I was thinking about this yesterday. So Tilk's kind of rewritten his own history. He abandoned his god, his family, and Chulak to join SG-1. And now he wants to rewrite the literal origin point of Jafar, like the Jafar enslavement. So you kind of have to admire the Trinium cojones on this man. Like, that's
Very much
pretty
so.
balls.
Trinium cojones. Yeah. Not so much rewrite, but resolve and like
I was trying to think of another word for rewrite.
resolve.
Yeah, because he's not. Yeah, resolve. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not changing anything in terms of history. He's just we're no longer going to continue this charade anymore.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. I mean, you go big or you go home at this stage. If there's a similar situation in Star Trek Voyager, an episode called Scorpion, where look, we're about to deal with one of our greatest enemies head on. We have an opportunity presented here. It's not going to be perfectly clean and simple. Do we take advantage of it? Because once this is over, this will be a window that is closed. Yeah. So potentially.
Can I just say that, if we just put Vala aside for a minute, I think this is the hottest Daniel has ever been in the show.
He
As in,
definitely has been working out those muscles, listening to signs, stories.
It's a combination, I think, for me, of like the intellect,
Is it the all
the
black?
guts.
Mhm.
Huh? The all black as well, yeah. The guts,
Yeah.
the intellect,
It is
and the
slimming.
looks. Like
Someone's told me
like
recently.
it is. He is so like he's really fighting her, and he's quite sassy and really trying. And just seeing him basically fight like a mini all-out war, in his mind against her mind, is
Mhm.
so attractive because he's
Mhm.
like he's the nerd of the team, and he's fighting such a fierce battle against
Yes.
this individual that's about to annihilate all of them. It's
Yep.
very attractive.
That's it.
Very
So
into it.
that's reused footage
For like
from
the
the
second or
Serpent's
third time.
Venom, I
Ah,
believe.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And look
But
who
I
this
kind of,
is. Isaac Hayes.
I know.
It is Chef.
So he makes his debut
Tolok.
as Torlock.
And Jeff
So-
Judge.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yes.
Judge's brother.
So Christopher Judge actually called Isaac, or he said that it was an honor to work with him. And apparently Isaac was a huge fan of the show.
Yep.
And both Chris and Joe Malozzi described him as being kind and surprisingly soft-spoken on set. And Chris said that no one on the planet says Guawald quite like Isaac Hayes.
There we go. Well, I mean, just look at that face. That is a handsome face. It's
Yes.
just, and the voice that comes out of its mouth. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
it's
It's like liquid amber or something.
Right?
I really
it's
wish
beautiful.
that we had
I want
him
an
in the
audiobook
show earlier.
from him.
I think he did some, if I'm not mistaken.
I
I
gimme.
wouldn't be surprised.
I'll go listen.
I also like how the Jafar in this tent all have different symbols. Like you've got Apophis,
Yeah.
Cronus, Heruer, Moloch, and Sokar. So it's like years of world building coming together. It's
It's beautiful.
Heruer, okay,
This is a great scene for just because of the amount of they're uniting, against
Mhm.
like their enslavers,
Mhm.
to finally gain the freedom that we've been fighting for. We've only seen 8 seasons of thousands of years of enslavement, like coming to not an end, but like close. Like the taking of Dakara is so important. That's why I wish they'd set it up sooner, because I think that the Jafar storyline would have deserved a little bit better in terms of build up to this moment.
Mhm.
But I'm really glad it's happening nonetheless.
There would be, once you recognized that you were duped, there would be like a part of you would be just ready to get past all of the hatred. I had my godson's dad. I was told things that just were not true about him, and then at a certain point, I found out that everything was just wrong, and
Yes.
I couldn't apologize to him fast enough and reconcile. And he's one of my
Yeah.
closest friends to this day now. So
Yeah.
there is I can relate with a lot of what these folks are doing. Not the enslavement part, obviously, but I mean the release of negative once again 162.145.
Oh my
David, you've really
goodness.
ruined
They
this
must
for
be
me.
on
Yeah.
all of the same
Budget.
frequency.
Yeah.
They're like, no one will notice.
Are they all the same frequency? I thought they said they were different. Maybe they are all the same
That's
frequency.
my point.
It. Yeah.
It's like all of the Vipers in Battlestar Galactica having Kara's tail number. So
Yeah, you're right.
they went.
Yeah,
they
that's
had
just
to
a
go
bit
back into the
lazy.
Blu-rays and fix them
Yeah.
for the home releases.
So, like, I totally understand that Jack has history with Bowl, but he's like potentially risking the entire galaxy to give Tilk a shot at Takara.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you two draw the line between loyalty and strategy?
The needs of the many, needs of the few conversation.
Yeah, that's a tough
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I-
It would. If it facilitated the success of the mission, then in leaning in that direction, I'd be down to authorize it. Otherwise, I'd have
Yeah, I
to do
think
what
so.
Hammond often did and say, no, I mean, look, if
Yeah.
you resign, there's nothing that I can do, but I
Yeah.
can't commit resources to this.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
David on this one, I think.
Here we go. You're about to get a phone call. Well,
Jack and
hologram
these
call.
phone
Peter
calls, they're very
DeLuise as
good.
well. Watch for him in the foreground.
Oh, really?
Makes his cameo.
Hello,
Oh,
handsome.
Paul. Oh, there he
There we go.
is.
There he
There's
is.
Peter.
Buddy.
His collars are
Oh,
so
gosh.
tall and pointy.
Yes.
He's so evil. They're so tall and pointy.
Well, they're not really pointy. They're like they point upwards, but they're rounded.
They're pretty pointy, but they get pointier
Yes.
as he gets more evil. Just an observation that Peter DeLuise made, and I thought it was just like so funny. Ball
It
is
is very
back, and his
cute.
collars are taller and pointier than ever. Who thinks of that?
Oh. So Cliff Simon called these 2 episodes, like part 1 and part 2, the best he worked on. He said that this scene is a major shift. You've got a Goa'uld god,
Groveling.
lowercase,
Yeah.
asking for help,
Yeah.
which is unprecedented. And Cliff said that he was trying to bring humanity to Bol, which isn't easy when Jack remembers being killed by him repeatedly in Abyss.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
as for the
it's a lot.
storyline, Cliff summed it up with, characteristic modesty, and he said it's basically just Bol.
That's it. I mean, had he had Landry to deal with, or had he had Hammond to deal with,
Oh, different conversation.
there may have been a very different conversation about this, but O'Neill just shuts him down and lets him sing.
Doesn't care. Yeah.
Mm,
Go flail around, panic.
Uvula.
Oh, boy.
He's really enjoying this. I'm enjoying it. It's funny because we're not even that deep with Bal yet. Like, this is still early days for our dynamic with Bal, and like all we've
Yes.
seen is like a couple moments here and there of him being pretty messed up. So having him get absolutely roasted within an inch of his life, and then he kind of becomes just the butt of so many jokes, and I'm kind of obsessed with it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel quite bad for him as well though, because like he can't be taken seriously ever.
Kind of like, I'm pretty sure it's in part 2 where he wishes Sam good luck. It just seems weird coming from a Goa'uld.
Yeah, actually, it was quite weirdly endearing.
Yeah,
But
it was endearing.
My favorite part is the way that he gets the thing wrong, and then Jacob goes, "All knowing her," and I'm just
That's
like,
it.
"Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
oh."
Well, he does that delivery so well that first time around when
Yeah.
he says this one, and Jacob says, "How do you know?" He's like, "I'm a god."
Shut up.
Just like,
it's really
yeah,
funny.
just, we
Also,
all know it's not true. Just stop it.
Isn't it what's that big guy called in season 9 who actually did all the math? Wasn't there a guy who did all the math? What was his name?
Nerus.
Nerus, who likes all his eggs
Uh-huh.
and his grapes.
That's right. And
Yeah.
stuff.
And
Quickly,
chicken,
guys.
the delicacy.
Chicken.
Watch when Sam walks past Thor. Keep an eye on Thor's lower back. You can
Of
spot the
course.
hole used
Yeah.
for the puppet controls.
All the business is sticking right out. Dude, just zip it. But of
Yes.
course not. He doesn't. He just lets it all hang. So. And now we're doing some math on it.
I'm quite excited to see Nerus. I wish we saw more of him. He
I
was
agree.
so
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
fascinating.
See, little things like that now, Amazon money will take care of. Just saying.
Yeah, the big bucks
The big bucks.
to correct Thor's spine. Replicators.
The replicators. I love how every time we see the Asgard, they're surrounded. Ooh, cut back to Tokar 1 and 2. Every time we see the Asgard, they're surrounded by all the pieces of technology that we have interacted with them or watched them use in the past. It's like a best of in terms of props.
Yes.
I'm sure we talked about it before, but on the weapons thing, little panel at the front, isn't that thing the thing from Brief Candle?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
In the center there. Yeah, that
Yep.
was the aging,
transmitter.
For
Yeah,
episode.
exactly.
Yeah, the nanite transmitter aging
Uh-huh,
thingy. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember spotting it like over the years and being like, isn't that the same prop? They just slapped
It
it
The
in
thing
the
that they
is.
found
It's
inside of the
kit-bashing.
statue.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
they reused
Ah.
it. That's it.
They changed the
I know
color
who
a little bit
has
though.
it now. I had an opportunity to buy it, but it was in pieces. It was just damaged.
Oh,
Oh,
I was gonna
really?
say, because
Oh,
you know
no.
what? Buy
Was
it for me.
stored
I deserve
incorrectly?
it.
There you go. You do. Yeah.
Yeah, was it stored incorrectly?
I think it was dropped a couple too many times.
Oh
Oh,
no, that's a pity.
I
I'd
would
be
never
like-
drop it.
I'd be wearing gloves like you. And
Yeah.
handling it with care.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd make it its own
Vizuban.
briefcase.
So I think that
Nice
this
quilt.
tent setting is kind of interesting because it sort of closely resembles Forever and a Day more
Mhm.
than
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Fallen.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
people saying it was the one from Fallen, but it's not. But I think both episodes sort of feature tents as huge turning points in Daniel's life. So he lost Sharae in one. He started fresh, after descending in another. And then this interaction with Replicata will then lead to another death and rebirth. So
Mm.
if you wanted to overanalyze, I think there's something almost like womb-like about these tents as places where Daniel is repeatedly transformed
There's
and
that degree.
reborn.
Interesting.
Yep.
But, or maybe a tent is just a tent.
It could
And
be
you
like
just said it's not the tent because David just said Visuban, but like
yeah, I
it's the
mean, I
same
thought that's what it
clothing
was
that
because
he's
that's the
wearing.
clothing that he's wearing. But are you saying
Yeah.
it could be Abydos?
Yeah, what is the
Yes.
tent?
Because it looked like it didn't.
There's sand.
It looked like
Visuban was in
sand
city.
outside. Yeah, Visuban was in a. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh,
It's a
no.
weird
I heard
choice to
people
put him in
saying
the Visuban
Fallen, but it's
clothing.
not Fallen.
Yeah, it's weird that he's in the clothing, but then he's like,
Yeah.
out in the sand, whatever.
Well, she said
Sure.
they called you Aram, did they not? It suggests
Exactly.
it's Visuban.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. And as someone who hadn't seen Fallen, I went, I have no idea what that means. Nice outfit, Daniel.
Enter
Well,
I literally
Dean
went back and
Aylesworth,
watched.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's Dean and
Aylesworth.
Rick Kiviaho are the
Yes.
latest actors to play Anubis's host bodies.
Yep.
But the production has obviously gone through quite a few, and David Pelfrey did play Anubis the most often.
He sure did.
But I think if we go back to Lockdown, I think 5 actors technically played Anubis because he jumped from body to body.
He's doing a little Baron Harkonnen stuff there with the cloak. All he's
And
needing
again,
his
this
flying
is
apparatus.
another thing, guys, where I'm gonna sit here and go for that hole again. That sounds so terrible. The plot hole again that I have. That's what I mean.
You dive into that hole.
Yeah, well, because I said earlier, there's some holes in this, and one of them is, well, how the hell did Anubis get here? He was
That's the
frozen
thing.
on a planet, weren't he?
Yeah.
So
It's a story
That is
that's,
exactly right. It's
they could've just
never
had him walk
explained.
away at the end.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I also kind of love that Anubis's body is rotting away just as he reaches peak power. Like, I think it's such a perfect visual metaphor for his twisted, half-ascended existence. Like,
Yeah.
this casual body swap sort of drives home that people are just physical shells to him, despite the fact that he needs them. I
yeah.
really like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting actually the fact that the Gould see such little worth in like the human lives that they take.
Well, they like
But
their
it's
faces
ironic
and their
because
bodies, but this
but
one
that's the
doesn't
thing,
have
they-
any need for that now.
No, but
Mhm.
it's interesting. Well, he has to inhabit them to like have some sort of like be able to
Mhm.
interact with things properly. But like
Yes.
it's very interesting that the lack of respect they have for them when they need them so much to like to face
Survive.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
I feel like Daniel's expressions, like he's skeptical this whole time.
Yeah, he's massively. He's so smart. He's
But let's
Yeah.
acknowledge the presence of Mel Harris while she's here.
Oh,
for a
she
blip
is
for
a
Oh,
us.
she
delight.
looks
I'm
amazing.
sad
This was a
it's
great
not
twist.
her.
Yeah.
When we got to Threads and it was actually her, I was like, oh, thank God, we deserve you.
That's it. Oh, so you didn't know she was coming back. You thought this was just a quick cameo.
Yeah,
Like
I had no idea.
and nothing else. Yeah. No,
And by this point,
was great that we get to see her here.
I had seen her obviously in Meridian, so I did know about her originally. So when she came back, I was like, yo, something I actually saw when I got to this episode. Oh, yay.
That's it.
So
I think
And-
her performance in Threads is the best.
oh, she's so man, and my
Yeah.
dog's tired.
That's it. Yeah, that was really good.
The
That was really good.
One of my
waitress.
favorites. One of my
so
favorites.
good.
Yeah.
I love how
Oh.
they've got like that glow around her and obviously like
Very
a bit of a
angelic.
wind
Uh-huh.
machine or something.
Yeah.
Well, she's playing an ascended being. So she's a replicator playing an ascended being.
Yeah.
She's an
She's
actress
doing a good
playing
job.
a replicator playing
she's
an
doing a
ascended being.
decent. She's doing a
Yeah.
decent job, but she's missing a tiny bit of Oma, which is like some of the kindness in the way that she carries herself. Like you can
Yes.
see the you can feel the empathy, and and the way that she always communicated was with such a love and understanding of who Daniel is. While here, there's a distinct difference between how she plays Oma, fake Oma here, and how she plays real Oma in Threads, and it's brilliant.
That's it.
So my favorite here is Braytek promising that no Jafar will be harmed, but the guy on the stretcher's not convinced.
Harmed further is what he means.
Yeah. No more harming.
They call me Mr. Wonka, says the episode where he was frozen. I had viewed as him not being defeated as much as they were luckily able to stall him. I kind of assumed that being with his power would free themselves in time. The thing is, when he's without his
Can't touch the
form,
gate.
he can't interact with the DHD or the gate, as far as we know. But
Yeah.
I mean,
That's my only gripe.
There's. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a short story or one of the Fandemonium books explains how he got out of there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just a
I
bit
would
of a
like
just some
that. I
plot
would like
holes.
to read about that because
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they avoided it because it was too hard to explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't.
They wrote themselves into a bit of a hole there.
Yeah.
It did feel a bit cheap, just having like the biggest bad get taken out in Lost City, and then have it be actually JK. He's currently a Russian man, and then just like bin him off and put him on a planet that freezes. It's just like, okay, wow, you did that to the biggest bad. All right, you know, it's felt a bit.
So as a result of this conflict, the Lucian Alliance is going to emerge, and it's all because
and they already kind of are a little bit.
We should go back to these ships that we've left hanging out in space and go collect them and
There's
either
a power
fly them
vacuum.
into stars or do something, because otherwise we're really about to have problems.
Yeah.
So
and I love the way that we've kind of seen the beginning of that with Prometheus Unbound, with the bounty hunters. Like that's the start.
So you know what they say, guys. Once disrupted, twice adapted.
Let me sit here and unravel that for a little bit.
Dear, oh dear.
I want you to see what I truly look like.
Kevin Weaver said,
Also,
I assumed he was able to summon / create some heat without breaking the ascended rules and dial the DHD. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it was just dead. Too dead. Evie, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say,
jeez, what a slap to Kevin.
As David would say, Bowl is seeing how the sausage is made.
That's it.
He's lost his appetite.
That's it. Yeah, no, for sure.
And I only went so fast, Kevin, because Evie had a point to make, and I didn't know if it was time sensitive, so I was going fast. And that was the reason.
All good. That is a really, really polished set of Jaffa lines. Polished within an inch of their life. That is really polished.
Yeah, usually it's never polished. Usually it's like that fake stone vibe. So this is like, you know, did they like just buy an expensive slab for today?
I'm sure he requested that this one be installed specifically so that when he goes through hosts like a meat grinder, he'd have something to look
Special
into
mirror.
and say, oh, okay, this isn't so bad. I can work with this after all.
I
You
would
don't
like
really
a
know
snazzy
until
mirror
you've got it on. I'm just saying.
along
you have
with
to
my
try it
golden
on.
toilet.
That's it. I wonder if he's ever gone through guys and been like, next. I'm leaving you.
Next.
And
I don't feel
throw him
comfortable in
off the
this
side
body.
of the palace before you.
He wasn't vibing with those people. It's kind of like in the pilot when Apophis just gets women to come in and they may
Does
be
she
like
please
hot,
you, my laugh?
but his
Okay,
his
out
love
with
ain't
you.
into
I'll
it.
just kill you now. Shame. What
Yeah.
about this one? Does she please you, my laugh? Okay, go on. Go ahead and go
No, I'm not gonna lie, right?
Oh,
you know,
that's
if the
squeal.
Gould are so obsessed with like the perfect people and stuff, very like eugenics icky kind of vibe, right? Why wouldn't they just like keep the hot ladies to like? And it sounds terrible, but you know, because Gould are awful. Why wouldn't they keep the attractive ladies in order to breed them, in order to try and breed like the hottest lady to one day inhabit? That seems
Like
seems a waste
master
to
race of hosts.
yeah, it seems a waste to bin off all the like hot people because like they weren't the hottest one.
Yeah.
Okay,
you know.
so let me get this straight. If you had a chance to put on a new body, or if you had a chance to find someone else you wanted to spend your life with, you go to them and say, you know what, for the betterment of the species, I'm going to take you, even though I think that you do suck on the outside.
No, I just think that the Gould should have just had created a planet of hot people like Argos, right? And just had them breed with other hot people to make the hottest people in order to get the hottest host. That's their vibe, you know?
No Gold works together.
I know, it's a shame.
Unless they
They
can
could have
help
each
it.
had their own hot
Variety is the
colony.
spice of life.
They could
That's
have. I
it.
know that I
Variety
agree,
of
but they
prettiness,
could
I
have had
suppose.
they could have had their own hot colony, like just a bunch of Argoses. That's it. That's what he was doing. Pelops didn't care about like an advanced human. He cared about hottest people. That's what Brief Candle was about. The hot guys, I cracked it.
I thought they were
cracked it.
hot because they were all young and they only
Don't
ate
justify
fruit and
Brief
veggies.
Candle.
And fish.
You can't justify Brief Candle.
I can try and justify Brief Candle. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, if I was a terrible Gould, I would that'd be my first thing. Hot people on a planet.
I
Make
love
it
how
pretty.
Jack is just not
He's so unfazed. Doesn't care. He's like,
not surprised at all.
And of course, the coordinates will be just into his office. There we go.
I'm okay with that. She's running towards him.
Mm.
So where did he send the ship? Into the sun?
Battlestar Galactica style.
I
Spoilers,
suppose so. Yeah.
I don't know.
Cue the
but I won't say
Battlestar
what
theme.
episode.
Ooh, here we go.
So Tilk hugging the column.
Hugging.
They call me
He
Mr.
loves it.
Wonka.
Yes,
Yeah, he's
like
kind of
hugging
he's caressing it a little bit. Yeah, it means a lot to
it's
him.
like a literal pillar of the Free Jafar movement. So I
There
feel
we
like
go.
he's grounding himself here.
Again, I really wish that we had gotten like I wish Teal could mentioned it over time, being like, oh, this place that I love that we hear about in legend would have been nice.
Yeah, so I'm not really bothered by the fact that
I'm so bothered. I'm so bothered.
brought
hot
up
and bothered.
beforehand.
If it's the final showdown for the biggest bad in the galaxy to fight over that can wipe out everything in the galaxy, then like I want you guys to bring it up more.
Look,
Basically, right?
They did
Atlantis,
these in
they were talking
episodes of
about it for
10,
ages.
typically. So they
I know.
typically structured these things in shows of 10. They did the
Well,
first
they
half
had,
in a
like-
retreat, and then they go on break and do a retreat and do the back
Well, they had
half.
4 other episodes to bring it up, and
Yes, they did.
Lost City got the season 6 finale mentions before the season 7 finale of Lost City.
That's
So
because they were working on the movie years in
I
advance.
know, I'm aware. It's still annoyed. Anyway, they call me Mr.
Being a
Wonka said.
sassy wench.
I know. The Chloe Wonka said, yeah, I could see where they put in an expanded explanation of how he escaped. Was he not like ethereal to some degree? I pictured him flying off into the sky. I wasn't even thinking about Stargate. Yeah, but again, if you think about how time and space work, guys, it would take him like what, 8 months to get to like one of the, or like, sorry, like 8 years to get to like the nearest planet.
Wow, how do you
You
think?
know?
How fast do you think he can move?
Exactly. Like if he got like special, because he's not technically corporeal.
That's the
So like,
thing.
would he move at like light speed or like less or whatever? I don't know. So yeah. So basically, chat. No, I don't think he would have been able to float to the nearest like other habitable planets and
So
pray.
my canon is that there was a settlement nearby, and he inhabited the body of one of the citizens and accessed the gate that way.
Again, it would have physically
It's the only
taken
thing that
him like
works.
it would have taken him like 8 years to get to another planet nearby, and he had to hope it was
Look,
habitable.
one of the greatest villains in the franchise is on the screen right now, and we're wasting it on Anubis.
Actually, they call me Mr. Wonka has said one follow-up thing that's very funny, which is you just solved the Anubis scenario. He was so hot a cold planet couldn't stop him.
I'm just basking in Replicator Sam for a little bit longer before we lose her. So this is some great
We got a whole other episode.
badassery.
Well, I just like that she can't wrap her head around the idea of respecting someone like who refuses to use their power. She was going on about the ancients not using their power, and I think the whole ascended non-interference thing is like totally alien to the replicators, consume and advance mindset.
I do have one follow-up for this, right? Which is that Replicata only got 1 episode to introduce her as the biggest bad before we get her as the biggest bad. Again, it took us like 2 seasons for Anubis to go from we're terrified of him to, or 2.5 to he is the biggest bad in the universe. So again, I am actually starting to see holes I didn't see before where I wish there was more build up for Dakara. I wish there was more build up for Sam. I wish that the Anubis stuff was explained and wasn't so meh. Hey, Martin Wood.
Martin Wood.
Yeah, guys, I'm really sorry. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I'm really seeing issues with this episode, and I love this episode.
I think
there's
maybe
something just
your
irritating
very
about it.
fluffy vanilla cake was spiked with something.
Yeah. And Martin Wood is
Yeah.
wearing an F-302 badge.
He
which
is. Why is he
kind
standing there?
Yeah, what's he
Oh,
doing there?
Why is he there?
Yeah, it's be at the F-302s, my guy.
Martin Wood. Get back to Martin Wooding.
Yeah.
Or Major Wooding. So,
Yeah, okay, well, we'll talk about it after.
oh boy, here we go.
So,
Mm.
as we're winding this up, Joe Malozzi said that although there's 3 more episodes remaining in the season, Reckoning parts 1 and 2 brings everything to a head, addresses
That's
the
it.
major arcs, ties up most of the loose ends, which is why they kind of named the next episode Threads, because it's all the dangling plot threads that need to be
Yeah.
addressed.
See, this doesn't
Yeah,
land
it's-
at all because
No.
we've been watching Anubis through this whole thing, and I think it would have
Yes,
been
it's not
better
very shocking.
to do a
Yeah.
previously on with this and keep all the Anubis stuff in the second part. I really would have think it would have been better.
Well, I think after this episode as well, 4 doesn't appear again until the series finale Unending in season 10.
Oh, really?
So it's sort of essentially like a farewell.
we
Goodbye
get
to a lot of
Visir-
characters. Yeah.
Is it just Visir in SG-1? And then Hermiod?
Yeah.
I think that may be
Yeah.
it.
Hermiot's not gonna like that.
No, Hermiod's not. Gonna like it.
Yes, I love him. He's so sassy. Or they.
No. Hermiot's not gonna like that.
Thanks for joining us for Reckoning Part 1.
5, 4, the weapon is away. That's my favorite one.
You know what he's saying? When will these humans realize that there are
Learn.
consequences to action?
Yeah. You've
Yeah.
told me that 3 times now, David, and every time I forget. So every time you bring it up, I'm like, oh, I literally forget. So thank you for for reminding me. I feel like we keep doing that in we forget we've said stuff before and it just comes back around. It's like,
yeah.
Well, we've
yeah,
been
the
going
older
for
we get,
4
the more
years.
senile we get.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
4 years? Is this our 4th year?
This is our
we've
4th
gone
year.
into our 4th, yeah.
I
Are you
believe,
sure?
We're like,
yeah.
So
yeah.
you're saying we started in 23? That doesn't sound
22.
right.
We started in 22.
23, 24, 25.
22?
This is our 5th calendar year.
You're joking.
I am not
Jeez
joking.
Louise.
Guys.
It's
Guys.
flown by.
I don't know if it's flown by, but it's certainly not been boring.
It has.
It's been painful, it's been frustrating, it's been fun, it's been everything.
All
Been
right.
all the descriptors.
This
Yeah.
has a ton of great guest appearances. You got a ton of story moving along here. There's a lot of resolution at play. There were only really so many ways that they could have resolved this one like this to make it really interesting. And I guess one of them is to throw your enemies at one another or concoct a way to do that. I think it would have been more interesting if they had concocted a way to force the replicators and the gold into a standoff. But this really is a circumstance of convenience, which is why I'm going to give it a 5 instead of a 6 or a 7. So that's my 2
Ooh,
cents.
okay.
I think I need to go last. I have too many words.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Very good. Moving on to the
Sorry,
next lovely lass.
Already know that I'm going to disagree with some of Nicole's many words. So I enjoy this episode. I think it's a good lead in. I'm not too bothered by the fact that they didn't touch on Dakara beforehand, even though it has so much significant to the Jafar folk. To me, it's such a sacred place that it's almost like never spoken of. Plus, it was in Bol's territory, so I'm not too concerned with that. I really like the playoff with Bal and Jack, even though I don't necessarily agree with Jack. I know he's had some horrible experiences with Bal, but
That's it.
he's almost putting that too much into the forefront
Yeah.
when he should really be thinking more of the bigger picture. But I mean, they come around in the end. I think
Claire
as a
Burr, by the
standalone
way, Claire Burr,
episode.
3718 said, "Dinosaur
Yes.
top, love it, Yvie."
Oh, thank you. It's a
Oh,
dress.
I saw it
yay.
earlier and I scrolled
The
past
dress.
it and then I'm like, what was she talking about? It's like, oh, Yvie. I'm sorry.
Yvie?
Please, pray continue.
Thank you. It's a dress. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, I think this episode actually does stand pretty strong on its own. So I'm also going to give it a 5.
So
Yeah.
this may be the weirdest situation I think I've ever had on this show, which is that this definitively growing up for me was always and has always been a 7, and only today,
Poor Kay.
only because it was the culmination of everything all at once. So for me, this was like the true SG-1 finale. And Threads and Mobius were just nice, just additional platters that I didn't know I was going to get. And then season 9 and 10 were just a whole thing that I was like, wow, dessert and then some.
Absolutely.
But today, for some reason, looking at it, I think ordinarily I would have I just ignored all the holes. But today, I have just a really big irritability with the fact that I'd never really noticed before. Ever, because I think my rose-tinted goggles are in the way. But I was like, I've noticed all the different plot holes and all the not setup that didn't occur.
We're here and
I
we're
know.
being critical of it. as well.
I
And so I
know.
think that is directly impacting it as well.
It's very strange. I've never had this. Usually I go the other way and it gets better, but today it got worse.
Yeah.
I think it's happened once before on the show where it got worse. Yeah, no, I think that I'm just seeing more holes, and it makes me sad because I used to see this as the be all end all, and as I get older, I'm just starting to notice more issues.
It's supposed to be the be all end all, but
I
at a
know.
certain point, like I'll never forget having that conversation with what's his face, who wrote Korai. And I said it was an awfully interesting contrivance that, the Goa'uld are overdue, and they show up just in time to give Teal'c an excuse to
That's what my
save
uncle said
himself.
when he watched it.
And
Yeah.
I Tom J. Astle, and he said, it's interesting. I was talking with, in Tom's voice, I was talking with another writer who someone was asked him at the time, it's something similar in a script where, yeah, dude, it's really interesting that this was really a contrivance in this story. And Tom's friend said, yeah, it's because I contrived it. I mean, there's certain things that you have to force happen.
Yeah.
If you have painted yourself or your script or your story into a bit of a corner. There isn't always, oh my God, I'm so amazing, I can work this out. Sometimes you have to manufacture Deus Ex Machina, which
just
is
for me,
what Carter represents. And there's always, later on in the show, a thing that we are trying to get, a piece of technology that we are trying to get in order to solve this problem. And it was something that I frankly resented about where the show went.
Yeah.
I thought that they were much more interesting in terms of, look, we've got two big ships out of there. Let's bash one into the other and get out on death gliders, I thought that was much more creatively interesting rather than a weapon capable of destroying ascended beings, a weapon capable of
they went too big.
Ascended.
Like it's like in Supernatural when they went
from
too
Antarctica
big
and going to the Pegasus Galaxy and then bringing
you can't
back
go
to
small
San
anymore.
Francisco Bay. You can't go small
Yeah.
and that's a part of the problem when a show gets this long in the tooth or a franchise gets long in the tooth. Sooner or later you have beam weapons and transporters. How do you undo that? And that's what
no longer the little Black Ops guerrilla team that's just trying to get in there and get out.
His mission now, should he choose to accept it, and
canon more complicated.
Exactly, is to unwind that clock. And how do you do that and get at least 50% of your audience, ideally more, to be brand new? And so that had to have been a hell of a pitch. And I'm looking forward to the interview where he gives it to me one day.
I just think that this episode, I think I'd be too harsh to give it a 4. So I think I'm going to settle on a 5 as well. But
I
I was
thought you were
really
gonna
close.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
No, I hadn't. You're fine. No, I think I'm going to give it a 5, but I'm really, it's really tough. But it's simply that there's just too many, there's just too many times where it's like, oh, conveniently Anubis is out. Conveniently this is this way. Conveniently this is here, and I just feel like as much as I love this show and I love this episode in terms of what the principles, the fact is that, say for example, like Tritonin, right, when that first got introduced, there was still a lot of trouble with it, but there was always this discussion of being enslaved by the symbiote. So that set up when the Tritonin finally got introduced, you were like, oh my God, what a weight taken off the Jafar's shoulders, that they no longer have to sustain themselves on their enslavers, and they're able to take their own bodies back, stuff like that. Or the Anubis being mentioned in the mid-season finale of season 5, and then brought back in the finale, and then in season 6 he keeps doing stuff, and then 7 it's the build-up. And Stargate's always been so good at doing build-up that this is the one time I think that they've fallen really short. However, my one thing where I'm going to try and defend them is that this is their first time trying to run 2 shows at once. And Atlantis is the bigger, more exciting fish currently. And they're trying to create a whole new thing while having this older thing still be good. And I think it must have been so difficult to try and push out 40 episodes and keep all their plates spinning,
Well,
so
they
I'm
were
forgiving
trying to
them.
wind up. Were they not trying to wind up because they didn't know at this stage that there was going to be a season?
Do you mean
9 and
wind
10?
down? Do
Every
you mean wind down?
season-
Yeah.
No,
every
wind up.
season
They're trying to wind
was
everything up, like all the storylines up.
after
Oh no,
season
winding
5,
down is bringing it down to
Sci-Fi
ending it.
Channel gave them a season by season order until the gap between seasons 9 and 10, and then Stargate Productions signed the cast on to a 2-season deal, because they're like, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 4 in a row. For the 10th, let's go ahead and sign them up for 2 years. And Sci-Fi Channel had a
10's a nice round
clause
number.
in their contract preventing, if they chose, Stargate Productions from moving this onto a new network, aka Apple, for an 11th and final season. So it would have been an early, like when Yahoo had tried with Community to pick up a show and try something, and Sci-Fi Channel decided to exercise that clause in the contract. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So the bottom line is that I think that Stargate was in a weird place.
Yeah.
And I still think season 8 is extraordinary. It's not as good as 7, but it's still a banger. And I still do love season 8. It's one of my favorite seasons because of all these episodes doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I do think that just this season does fall short at times simply because Atlantis is currently in its first season and they've got their priorities just a little bit leaning there, in my opinion.
I think it got more love.
A little bit more. I mean, it's the fresh kid on the block. You know, you want to go like hang out with it and spend more time with it, and also it's much harder, I think, to create this new show with these new characters, as we've seen, as we complained the other day a little bit, David, lightly.
Can't argue that it's more exciting, you know.
Yeah, it is. Like for example, right? My workload at work isn't very exciting because I do it day in day out. If someone handed me a different workload that was far more interesting, I'd be like, whoa, a new fish. Yeah, let's go. You know,
go and get yourself a different workload that's far more interesting, Missy. So you're certainly talented enough.
Oh, I do like my workload though. It's actually all right.
Okay,
but some days some days my boss will give me a different task, and I'm like, ooh, you know. And some days it's a worse task. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you give it to me?
It's called life.
I know.
Yeah.
No, but I do really like my job. Don't ever fire me, please. My work. Thank you. Love you guys.
Do they still watch?
I don't know, but Brian, if you're watching. There we go. So he's not my boss anymore, but he's my boss's boss, so he's still in charge.
Whoa,
so
your boss's boss watched. Oh boy.
Yeah, because he used to be my boss. He's a very good guy.
Sorry, he started watching when he was just your boss, not the boss's boss.
Paul Brickler is David's furnace out too. Look, it is currently 29. I woke up this morning with 9 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It was like 40 in the house. 9 F2C. It was negative 12 outside, and
oh my god,
in my house it was 4. So I've got gloves and just deal with it. So
we've had the air conditioning on 24/7 for the last couple of days because yesterday we were 105.8 Fahrenheit, so 41 degrees.
Wow.
Jesus, not for me. I'm never coming to your country.
And you also have
just
humidity,
don't come in summer.
Right?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Is it humidity there, or is it arid?
It actually wasn't. It wasn't that humid yesterday. So it was only about 20% humidity. But it was just an
20%.
icky, dry heat. It
is so Perth is more desert. Perth is more arid. 20% humidity.
Yes. Like, compared to the East Coast, Queensland is very humid. That's like 80%, 90%, 100% humidity all the time.
If my house is below like 40%, 30% humidity, my mom's nose starts to bleed. So that's kind of wild.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What humidity are we now?
I do want to. Guys, I haven't done the ratings. I haven't done the ratings yet.
Sorry.
That's why my phone's here.
All right.
So we've got. Oh my god! So actually, hold on. Should we talk about that really quickly?
Yes.
Heated rivalry
far
hat.
More important than.
Hold on.
The audience.
Heated rivalry hat. Heated rivalry shirt. Heated rivalry pop socket of them being cute, and heated rivalry phone case. I'm obsessed.
So.
Yes, it's your latest obsession.
Yeah, I've got a whole shrine starting right here. So we have Gecko Fett, 5 out of 7 chevrons for me. I love the humor in these episodes. Anthony, I think this is a 5 for me. Stuart Miller, 5 chevrons. Kevin Weaver said I give this one a 5 as well. Raj Luthra, 6 out of 7. A good episode. Some things I would have changed. The episode proves Daniel's ascended memories are buried in his subconscious and not removed. But why does he mention to Merlin his ascended memories are removed? Well, because I'm sure he didn't want to go into the details of how, because they were basically removed. They were pushed away.
Well, yeah. If you're
it's a lot of words
in this galaxy, according to Orlin, you know everything.
Also, Merlin's on his way out. You don't got time to waste explaining the level of your ascended memory.
He thinks that all the SG-1 team is knights. So
yeah, exactly. Oh,
he's going.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, that was kind of cool twist. He was.
Yeah,
He could have been Arthur. That there was a beat there that was going to be Arthur that they would have found, and they went ahead and went with Merlin, which I think was a much better payoff for.
Oh yeah,
Morris
it makes
and everything
sense.
else.
Really fun as well.
Yep.
So we've got Anthony with a 7. Raj Luthra said, Raj was correcting someone on saying 7, so I
Of
think
course.
they're sorting it out. Okay, Sarah Beamy said 5 episodes. I enjoyed the 5 chevrons. I enjoyed the episode and love a good old Jack Ball dialogue, although a fair amount of plot conveniences. So 5 out of 7. Yeah, sorry guys, pointing out all the inconveniences. So no conveniences. So we've got Me Nails said pieces are a 7, but the whole is a 3. Too much dropped in part 2. Whoa, that is a wildly low one, but I respect it. Okay, Log Watcher's a 4.
Pieces. So Reckoning 1 is a 7.
Pieces of it are a 7, but the whole is a 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yvie at the same time too. She didn't get you.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Yes, they've said part 1 they rate 3, part 2 they're not sure yet, but there is definitely a level of we can't go into Stargate like dry. Like we know.
What
What
pieces of it were a 7? What pieces were a 3?
Yeah, Me Nails, please explain
yes,
that.
Nails, please explain. I can't
I'm
see
curious.
mine right now. So yeah.
Lockwood just said it's a 4. I like the episode, but without the other half, it falls a bit flat. My score is due to Jack and Ball's interaction. The best part was hearing about Nicole's lost episode, Baywatch SG-1. Oh my god, yeah, they could compete as well on like the beach. I know that's not quite
We've already got
competition.
Jason
but
Momoa.
Bring Jason Momoa.
Guys, I've cracked it. This is the new Stargate show. It's like Love Island, but like Gould hosts. Oh my god.
Yeah, where do I
Love
see that?
Island Gould.
Oh dear. I'm still not done. We've got Dan Ben with a
Really?
4 out of.
Oh, you
Yep,
people go
Dan-
away. Go away.
Dan Ben said 4 out of 7. And Paul Brickler said 5 chevrons out of 7. And they call me Mr. Wonka said, I think we need to take into account that there are entire new generations already getting into Stargate, even before the new series, thanks to the internet, first time watching channels. Yeah, I mean,
Welcome to Dial the Gate Normal Extremists.
yeah. So by the way,
Yeah,
the
absolutely,
new people
welcome.
who are coming into this, I hope you're not watching Stargate here for the first time. This should not be
I think
your
they're
viewing
watching the channels
experience.
for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is,
yeah, please enjoy
as
us
much
for
as
the
we
first
appreciate
time.
you being here. If you've not seen Stargate before, like go elsewhere.
Go away.
Yes.
This is not the way to
Yeah.
watch it.
Go
This
away.
is not.
Lovingly, affectionately,
away.
go away. Go away.
We spoil
Um,
everything,
Yeah.
not just the
And
episode.
then
We do.
And then we've got Candy Mitch with a 5. And Manels has confirmed again, because we were confused, 3 for sure. And then everyone else is complaining about weather, heat in the house. And Alyssa said
it's
David's
fine.
mic is pretty low. Hard to hear.
What?
David, be loud. I think David sounds fine, but what do I know?
Yeah, that's the big.
No.
You don't get the same signal that they get. Okay.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay, I need to change some of the settings on here. So
Well, we can sort
Okay.
that out later.
clearly,
David
we'll
could
sort
just-
that out later.
David could just yell into his
Well, let
mic,
me
as in he
just-
can do it while we're doing
Let me
something
just
You
else.
do
were-
this real
You were
quick
leaning
here.
back before. Maybe that had
He
something to
was
do with
leaning
it.
back
Well,
before.
let me
yeah, that
check
tends to-
something really quick to double check while we're at.
I also
this.
want to say while David's
I have a
doing that,
captive
I have a
Mhm.
weird I feel uncomfortable with how we're watching this show at the moment a little bit. Only in that we're watching them in release order.
Release order,
So
yeah.
with SG-1 Atlantis. So I have never ever gone, hey, let me just get off the Reckoning boat and jump on the Brotherhood boat. That's weird. I'm feeling uncomfortable, but it's interesting.
And you're also
It's
blowing
how
everyone's
I've
ears
never
off at the
watched it
moment.
like this
Whoa, that's
before,
outside
so
too. So this is.
I've
sorry,
been
guys.
kind of enjoying how they sort of mesh together.
Yeah,
The
it's very
shows?
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be weird, just especially with like the season 9 finale and the season 1 finale, and then the season 2 opener and season 8 finale. Season
Yeah,
9
no,
opener.
I get that. I
Because
get that, 'cause we're having to
it's like
split the
3 parters. We're
episodes
watching
that are meant to be together.
yeah, we're watching Siege 1 through 3, and then we're also going to be watching Avalon and Origin,
Mhm.
and it's going to be like this is weird, like kind of I don't know.
Hashtag
I have mixed feelings.
First world problems. Yes.
Cry. Yeah,
There you go.
all right.
Okay, guys, is that better that it's louder or worse now that it's louder? Please engage. Yes, Raj
the volume's
Luther,
went up.
volume just went up. That very astute. Yes. So just but is it a good up or a bad up?
Apparently,
So,
we
there we
got
go.
louder.
Things
Yes.
will in
Oh,
fact
most definitely you did. You were in the red.
things will in fact calm up.
Calm up. That's it.
Oh, Alyssa threw in a rating of 4 out of 7 chevrons. I don't like Replicata as the reasoning.
Okay.
Yeah, my only beef is that she was only in 1 episode before they went, this is the ultimate big bad of the universe right now. It's like, okay.
Who said they said that?
Alyssa said it's because they don't like Replicata.
Who said the ultimate big bag of the universe?
Me.
Nicole.
I'm implying that that's the vibe that they give off, given that the replicators are taking out everything in the galaxy. And so you're acting like it's the ultimate big bad that we need to annihilate. And I'm like, look, the replicator hype has been happening for years, but Replicata being the main villain just doesn't hit as hard as if it was.
Did I cover at the time that we watched New Order Part 2 that was a I'm curious, Yvie, I'm asking you, did I cover at the time that was a last minute thing that they added?
I think you did.
Okay, good.
I think you did.
I just want that on the record.
I can't remember. I haven't listened back.
Do you want to repeat it again, or is that
It's
succinct?
the last
You're happy with that?
It was a last minute decision to add that to the script of New Order Part 2, and it was a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I would have actually. I think I prefer, before we start this episode, I think I would have preferred to have Fifth and Replicata in Reckoning, and then have her. And then have her turn on him then instead.
Yeah, so they were in cahoots.
Yeah, so in cahoots until like deep in Reckoning, and then but
that's a lot of plot, man. That's a lot of plot.
I know.
He gets a better couple of beats in Gemini because of this.
Yeah, no, I kind of like it the way it is, because he's like working alongside, Sam and
Gemini is fuller because of it. So we needed to see her. We needed to see
I know.
It just would have felt like a repeat of Gemini if she turned on someone again. You're just like, oh,
that's true.
Okay, that's
Alrighty.
just a thing.
Let's rock and roll. So we are going to put on.
Apparently the volume increase was quite massive.
Yes.
Quite a few people are commenting on it.
But it's fine now.
All right. So is everyone okay with it?
Yeah, they said that we were a bit loud at first. I think they're all saying it's settled down now, but there was a spike. I think
okay.
They're saying.
So would you guys prefer that we stay at this volume, or do I need to come back and dial us down now? All right. Because that was one of the things that Darren was commenting on when we were on talking about the move to London for the show, is that he felt that he was too compressed. And I'm like, well, I had the feedback is good. So I know I fancy myself an audiophile, but I clearly don't know what I'm doing. So give me the info, please. Thank you. Alrighty. You guys ready for the Brotherhood?
Information, please.
Yes, let's go.
All right. So let's watch Elizabeth write down all of those dots and lines on that little half sheet of 8.5 by 11 piece of paper for nothing. All right. The Brotherhood. Ready to rock and roll?
Yes.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back to Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Nicole.
Hello.
And Yvie.
Hello.
And this is a long time ago in the set of the Archon the First.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yes. Well, in the galaxy in the local group.
I have mixed feelings on this episode as well. The only thing I remember is the "I'll shoot him myself" moment, and that's it.
Okay. So this is a Martin Squared episode. You've got Martin Gero wrote this one, Martin Wood directed, and the two Martins, I think, this is the first time they've reunited since the Eye.
Isn't that what's his face from the Ark? Isn't that the same guy from the Ark on the right?
Yuck.
Or is that different?
I've recognized him, but I don't know if that's
sure.
what it's
I know
from.
that there's one of the actors, John Tierney. This is the second time he's played a monk in the franchise. He did play one on Chulak in Children of the Gods.
Oh, okay.
Al-Azla? That guy?
Maybe
the Al-Azla Chulak guy. I think that's
possibly. Yeah.
Chulak.
So this episode earned a Gemini Award nomination for Best Writing in a Dramatic Series.
Okay, very good.
And I also wanted to mention that the monks' names were Astrum and Porter, which is likely a reference to the ancient term for the Stargate,
Astria Porta.
Brilliant.
So Alina is played by, I don't know if it's Yana or Jaina Mitsula.
Mitsula. I had her on early on when I was doing interviews.
Gate World, I think there was an interview with her, so that was with you. So she described Alina as an archaeologist with a deep purpose, so nothing would deter her from accomplishing her purpose. And I also believe that the exterior excavation shots were shot at High Point in Surrey, which is about an hour outside of Vancouver. And
Mhm.
apparently the location was infested with wasps.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow. Fun times.
Fun.
Yeah,
Did she report that in my interview with her?
I don't think so. I
Oh,
think that
okay.
was just
That's a
added a
great
little bit.
that's a great story. I need to go get that story.
So just to
Ah,
recap, the story continues directly from Before I Sleep, where old
good
Weir
times.
provided the 5 gate addresses with potential ZPMs. And this addresses number 2 because the first one was from Childhood's End and they couldn't take that ZPM because it would endanger the population.
I have mixed feelings on their inability to get ZPMs because it just felt kind of like a slap in the face.
Mhm.
Like I get we're going back, saved Atlantis, and that's like the bottom line. So we didn't really like. It's not that we lost anything by
Yeah,
that,
it's not for
but
nothing, but still,
yeah,
Yeah.
there
but the
wasn't
note,
anything extra.
yeah, the note of them trying to go and get stuff. It's like, okay, guys, like ugh,
Mm,
and I get it that they're waiting for the SG-1 ZPM in order to be able to do stuff, and it's all
yeah.
tying together. But it does just feel so cheap to just constantly just be like, yeah, no, we keep just failing at getting this. We are extra screwed. So
We were extra screwed.
it's
Extra
giving
screwed.
also my other light gripe is that this is just giving there but for the grace of God's politics and within the serpent's grasp, because it's the
It's
build up to they're coming,
the same
so
Yeah.
it's the same
Same
pattern
energy.
of
beats,
beats.
yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yes, this is this is the what they do in the beginning of first season when they have a major big bad. So
Yeah.
they have
Yeah.
basically a 3, 4, 5-parter depending on how you look at it.
So I just try not to have a problem with it, but it does kind of irk me the wrong way sometimes.
I don't think like anything is gained at the end of this episode. If that's probably my one problem with it,
Yeah.
it's that when you
And they
when
don't
you-
always gain stuff in Stargate, a lot of the time they don't, but it's particularly
that's kind of the
cuts
whole point of the episode.
it
Yeah.
cuts particularly deep after Before I Sleep, though. I think that's
Mhm.
my problem.
That's true.
Well, I guess they can't always be taking a step forward. Sometimes
That's true,
they
and that's
take a
the
step
It's true.
to the
You're right.
side.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
part of it that's surprising is
Yeah.
that this is something that here we go.
Oh, those
So,
sticks are back.
Robert Darby.
Ooh, went
Nice
straight
wound.
through.
I don't know if
Oh,
this is
very
his
nice
actual
shot.
physique, but it's a good shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
And he
you think
looks
they
buff
got
as heck.
another buff guy to do
I
that?
don't know.
I
don't
suspect
know.
that's him. I suspect
Yeah,
that's him. It may
but
not
this
have
is
been.
his first appearance, I think, since the Eye,
It
where
is.
Shepard shot him in the shoulder.
Yeah.
And this is Adrian. Is it Hoff? Hoff? Hough plays
It's-
Pronos.
Between Hoff and Ho, I'd like to think it was Hoff.
Probably Hoff.
Yeah.
So Adrian previously appeared as Anubis's lieutenant in Homecoming.
Oh my goodness, you're right. I thought I
And
recognized his
given
face.
what happens to his character later, I think being associated with Stargate villains isn't great for his life expectancy.
No.
His fictional life expectancy. Yeah. Ah, the mustache is working.
So Collier is willing to operate outside Cowan's authority.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
And it sort of sets up the future storylines because in season 2, we have Layden mentioning obtaining the ZPM from the Brotherhood of the 15, suggesting that the Jedi eventually recovered it from wherever Alina hid it.
That's
Spoiler alert.
What I will say about that is that Collier has ignored Cowan's orders on 2 occasions and like kind of not done great on both. So like maybe he should start listening to people.
Yeah. I think this is also the first appearance of Chuck Campbell as gate technician.
Yes.
So I think Chuck goes on to appear in a number of episodes across 5 seasons, and he won't actually be named on screen until season 3. So he's just technician in the credits.
It's one
also
of
believe
Tori's
that...
parting gifts is naming Chuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chuck.
I like
Yep.
the name.
So Zelenka had a line of dialogue before in Czech, and apparently it translated to "Jesus, I can't work with these actors," which is a little meta joke from Dave Nicole.
It's the creatures from the previous episode.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love how they just let him do what he wanted with the check.
Of course, it's a little in
It
joke.
was great.
Minelle's just said, "What's your problem with this?" After before I sleep. In light of that, it just feels wasteful that we already screwed up getting a ZPM before. Before I sleep was a big deal. We got this note that they set up the note as this exciting thing we're going to go engage with, and then we get to a planet to get another ZPM, and then we fail again. It just feels a bit meh.
I appreciate that what they're saying is that victory is not achieved in a straight line.
Yes.
I
Yes.
get that.
Yeah.
But on a rewatch, we're sitting here wanting to say nice things about it, and I am coming up short.
Same. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
great guest star here.
Yes. Yes. So the name Quindosum actually derives from a Latin term that means 15. So the number just keeps coming back. So you've got the Brotherhood of the 15, there's the Magic Square puzzle, and if you count Rising as a single movie-length episode, this is episode 15.
That's correct. So
What word did you say? Sorry, what was that? The word?
Quindosum.
The name?
Quindosum.
Mhm.
Quindosum. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a Mensa puzzle. Like there's something very similar in
is,
Mensa testing
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
And in the background was Laura Menel as Sania, and she previously played Mary in Demons. But
That's
last time we
correct. I
saw
thought
her,
I
she had
recognized her.
Oh
Xbox
my! What
and
a
narrowly
bad
avoided.
episode.
Yeah, I thought it was
narrowly
her, and
avoided
I was
being
afraid
drilled
it
in
was
the head.
wrong. Yeah,
But she seems to
Yeah.
be doing a lot better now.
she looks so much better without
Yeah.
the pox.
Yeah.
Or chicken pox. Yeah, that's the pox is I think smallpox. So
Might be smallpox.
yes, yeah, she does look much better.
Chicken or small?
Big difference.
Mm.
You hope to have one, not the other. And
They're trying to
you're
put this
a
together
kid
with
at
a
that.
with a map. They're trying to make a map. Hmm.
Big puzzle.
So I just want to say something bananas that happened to me a while back when I was playing Sea of Thieves, which is that we were told that on an island, this is a huge island, by the way, it would take us hours to dig and find treasure, right? We were going to go find a map, but there was an achievement where if you find the treasure without the map, then you get an achievement. So we just went and did it. We were like, we're going to go dig for hours and see if we find the treasure.
Just randomly.
My friend Ali put a shovel in the ground, first hit, treasure.
Oh my
At
goodness.
first attempt.
Yep, first shovel in the ground, did
Was
it.
this in a game or was this in real life?
It was in the game Sea of Thieves, and it was like it would have taken us hours without the map, and we did it like randomly. So
And it
I
didn't
just
randomly
think it's
change
funny.
location. It was always the same in the game.
It assigns it when you discover it's on that island, and you have to find the map piece to confirm its location on it.
So it can change.
Yes, but the fact is, it appeared there.
That's
So
wild.
yeah, that whole you know how like television sometimes is like, oh, that's very convenient. Sometimes life is just convenient,
That's true.
and I just wanted to
Sometimes
bring
it
that
can
up
be, but
because that was
most
crazy.
often it's not.
Yeah.
But that's what makes life so interesting.
Yep.
Also, like, if they're planning to do some sort of archaeological dig, you'd think that they'd bring like ground penetrating radars or like metal detectors or something.
Gloves.
Because McKay's grid theory is just a hunch. It turns out to be a lucky hunch, but it's just a hunch.
That's what I'm saying. The convenience of the luck. That's why I brought up my
Yeah.
silly thing. I was like, "Wah."
And like, if those tablets weren't buried exactly where he guessed, then this could have taken weeks, months, years. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Life sometimes is just that convenient. So I will accept this silliness.
I really like her skepticism.
Yeah,
I
me
get
too.
it. I mean, I'm assuming she's not just going, oh, they come from Atlantis because they say so. I'm assuming she's actually been there and been like, oh yeah, okay, this is great. She can't just assume that they're saying that they came from Atlantis, are they?
Yeah.
Because they've got some of the ancient technology. There's outposts a million.
But why would they be lying?
Yeah. Well, treasure hunters.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I
they've
guess.
clearly got some advanced technology. They'd want more of it.
Well, I
And
mean,
the
I
fact
think
of the
they already
matter
have
is-
the things they need. But
Exactly. And I do think it's a great twist that, casually McKay says, oh yeah, we came upon the city. We're just the same like you are. We didn't grow up. We didn't, each of us grow up in Atlantis. This is something new to
Yeah.
us.
So I'm assuming that these treasures were found reasonably close to the surface because of the rules that they had digging in certain areas of Vancouver, because they're not very far
That's
from
a
the
good point.
surface when you think about
Yeah.
it. Didn't you say that there was some rules, David, that they couldn't dig very
Like when
very
the
far
when the
into
Correct,
gate was
ground?
exactly. Yes,
sideways.
they only
Yeah.
have they're only permitted to dig so far. Wow,
What's
very
funny is with
nice.
this one, you could see where they raised the ground slightly to make it look like they dug deeper
Make
by
it
getting
look like
the
it was
angle
deeper.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a clever way of doing it.
Oh, look at his smile. Oh, he's so cute.
Mm-hmm. He digs her.
Well, I think they dig each other.
That's the joke, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's one in the wall here, isn't there?
Yeah,
Inside
I
the
think so.
monastery? Yeah,
Spoiler.
that's it. I told people not to watch. They didn't listen to me at this point. That is not my fault.
Just put your fingers in
Paul
your ears
Brickler
and
said
just
the
hum
white
really
rod she's
loudly.
he said the white rod she's holding is the same one I use for precise leveling when I go out on a land survey. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Props to the prop guys.
That's it.
And Paul Brickler said my last name actually means bridge builder. I mean, that makes sense. It's Brickler, like bricklayer.
That's it.
Cool.
I like to think that they use something like brick to make a bridge, otherwise that'd be silly.
That's it. My last name means Reed.
Huh. I don't know what Cahill means, but I know that the family crest is a happy whale.
A crest!
Yeah.
Booze,
Oh, yeah.
like boozy, bougie wench. What the hell?
Bougie wench.
Yeah. I'm the British one. I'm supposed to have fancy stuff and stuff.
Cahill is Irish, meaning descendant of Cathal. The personal name derived from Gallic elements, meaning powerful in battle or battle ruler. Well, that really narrows it down.
Okay, guys, I'm going to throw out some random fact here, which is that so my family are from a region of Spain called Galicia, but my name Rodriguez is actually not Spanish, it's Portuguese from my Indian family. But the name Rodriguez is Portuguese and Galician, where my mum is from, ironically, because close proximity, meaning son of Rodrigo. The name Rodrigo itself is derived from the Germanic name Roderick, which combines elements of fame, power, and to rule. So Rodriguez means famous ruler or glorious power. There you go, guys. Kneel before your god.
That's it.
So we just missed something kind of important.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
McKay just mentioned that they weren't the original
Yes.
like occupants of Atlantis.
Yep.
Yeah, which means they don't care as much about giving them the stuff.
They're just visiting.
They're just like us.
But you
Yeah.
know, she's kind of a bit of a wily minx because she was digging for information as much as the artifacts.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
look,
like
now
the
she's
digging
telling
jokes.
her in the background.
Look
Look,
at all the
they're
digging
exchanging.
jokes.
That's exactly what they're talking about back there right now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know it.
Yeah. I love how also that McKay continues to be completely clueless.
Well, that's McKay.
He's so cute.
You know, with romantic feelings. And I think he's kind of been schooled in every science except for chemistry.
Oh god, all these jokes. These terrible jokes.
There we go.
There's more to come.
Digging, chemistry. Evie's got them written out already.
Oh, yes, she does.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Una mas.
Just prepared. I have material. Is it sextant? Is that what that thing's called?
Where?
I think it is, yeah.
It was in front of the table where they're sitting at.
Yeah, it's for stargazing. Yeah, it's for star charting a course with stars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god. Oh god.
Stargazing. Give me a break.
Give me a break. Give yourself a break.
I actually got Kit Kats in the fridge. That's actually not a bad idea. I may have to grab one.
Kit Kats? Oh, I love Kit Kats. Just regular Kit Kats.
Yes.
McKay
Okay.
is struggling so
So
bad here.
in
It's
the
very
United
funny.
States, there's a give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. And no one got it.
Yes.
So very good.
Yeah,
Yes, that was a
no, we don't
sextant.
have that. We don't have that whole like phrase. We know have a break, have a Kit Kat. That's what we have. That's it.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
very
we
good.
have too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, hello.
I like how they're all doing it with their hands while the other one's using a brush. Like, yeah, be careful when you handle this stuff, guys.
Yeah, I love how she says it carries the mark of the Brotherhood. Like, we know it's 3 feet across. We're staring at it right now. That's it.
The chamber. Well,
The
it is a
chamber is said to be the
man-sized
home
hole.
of a monster. Osi Sala? Is that what that said? Osi Sala?
I couldn't actually read it properly.
Interesting. Okay, there we go.
Oh, that actually does look surprisingly heavy.
They've done a good job.
They have.
Yeah.
It's probably just wood.
Yeah, or like, I don't know, styrofoam.
Styrofoam.
Evie and I both think the same thing. Nice.
Be like Indiana Jones, where he
Exactly.
pushes that
That's exactly what I was
the boulder and you
thinking.
can see it
Sorry,
bouncing on the
Indy.
other side
Yeah.
because it's on a trampoline.
Yeah. Go ahead.
A hero moment. Here you go, Shepard.
Yep.
This is what you do. You let them do all the work, just like the Nazis and Raiders. Come on. Come on, Belloc, get over there.
Oh,
Again, actually, I made a
Yeah.
comment about Sea of Thieves and maps earlier. My favorite thing in Sea of Thieves is waiting for everyone else to do the really difficult locations, and then at the last second, I kill them all and take all the loot. So yeah,
See, that's
it's fun.
why I
That's
would
very
not do
Jedi of
PvP.
you.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Jedi?
being a monster.
Well, that's
Sith.
kind of what they do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I drop kick a Janai.
He's about to get shot with something sharp.
Yeah, like a dart, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a dart.
Much smaller dart than the darts that have been.
I was
heading their
gonna
way
make the
lately.
same silly comment. Yeah.
Oh, it's in the. Is it in there or is it? No, it's in the wall. It's in the wall back at the.
It's in the wall of the what's like cathedral or whatever it is.
Right, exactly.
Temple. Temple is the word I was looking for.
It integrates into the top. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they put the hands on the side.
Mm-hmm. Be very careful.
Yeah, don't fuss with that. Because you get branded and then you die.
Why doesn't it go off on him? There's got to be a reason that I forgot.
Well, they haven't got the center one. They're like missing one of the
Oh, they are
stones.
missing one. That's true. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, about that.
Here we go. It's coming to do a cheeky scan.
It is going to do a cheeky scan. Then it's going to explode. And then it's going to deposit one of its people in Atlantis. Spoiler
Take a
alert.
little nap. Fair. Paul Brickler said Nicole is right or something. Am I? About what?
I don't know.
I like being right. Tell me why I'm right.
Yeah, I know. Tell me
The
more.
problem when we catch up behind them, it's like, we don't remember. We're past that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Nap
I
time.
have a question about this. So he takes that out straight away,
He sure does.
and one of the Jedi makes a comment about how Ford should be out for hours. So do you think that
He's just a
pulling
big,
the
strong
dart
boy.
out means that he didn't get a full dose, or is it not tailored toward Tari physiology?
I think it's a combination of he took it out early, but also like how Ronan needs like a bajillion stuns to take him out. Like just that
Yes.
energy.
Yes.
I don't know if they thought that hard into it.
Yeah.
Be like that
Yeah,
for
so we can
hours,
just dismiss
but
him.
will
Yeah, there we go.
he?
That's the thing. Yeah, Obi Sala, I think.
Oh,
Oh, wow, yeah. One down. Ooh.
good
very
shout, good
nice.
shout.
Very nice.
Yeah, he really wasn't out for long, was he? Yeah,
No,
that
he
is
wasn't.
suspicious.
That's it. I
Guys,
honestly don't know what happened.
Guys, I honestly don't even remember 90% of this episode, so this is
I
exciting.
was the same before I rewatched it the other day.
Paul Brickler. I
Yeah.
suppose it's fair to assume that Nicole is usually right default mode. I would not assume that.
I can, you know what I will say? I think I'm often quite right, but not always. I try to make sure I'm right before I say things sometimes.
Sometimes.
Arrogance. Yeah, sometimes I just don't care. And I wait for someone else to correct me. It depends on my mood. Also, you said about the I'm right about the missing stone. Cool. Yep. Thank
There
you.
we go. This is one of the great rivalries of this franchise.
Oh, it's great. Lovely. 10 out of 10.
It's very tasty.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, but what are you going to plug it into, yo? Do you have an ancient outpost somewhere?
They'll find a way. They're the Janai. They are conniving and annoying. You could say they are Janiving.
Oh, Sneer, you traitor. If only the chicken box had finished the job back in Demons, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Evie, you had that written
That's
down, didn't
true.
you? You
That's
had
really
that written down.
solid.
You just
Of course
you
I
set
did.
yourself up for that so well. I could
Of
feel that.
course.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you should have waited like a couple hours longer. Sarah Beamy said they have a heated rivalry, one might say. Sarah, you have now
Oh,
become my favorite person
man.
in the chat. I'm screenshotting that and sending it to my 5 work colleagues who care about this.
That's it. How's the arm?
How's the arm?
Shut
how's
up.
your arm, buddy?
Screw you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Good for Rodney.
So he's about to volunteer. So do you think this is character growth or he's, trying to impress
Oh,
Alina?
yeah. You
'Cause,
know
like, he
what?
was a
I think
fumbling
that's
mess talking to her
certainly
earlier.
well.
Yeah,
Now
elements.
he has one goal, which is to get the hell out of that hole. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
would
I think it's a
motivation.
combination. I think actually, I'm going to go back to Before I Sleep, which is he sees the kind of heroism that he can have if he just steps up sometimes, and he's done it a
Yes.
little bit in the Storm in the Eye. He
We
did
have
it in the other
sword.
one, and he's doing it now. So
That's it.
Well, actions do speak louder than words.
Nail biting Zelenka.
Guys are on your own. Oh, Beckett, he's making
There we go.
that doctor line again.
mate, you made it through a hurricane. You can do anything.
That's it. Oh, look at those old consoles.
So Bates said that the only real fighter pilot off-world, he's referring to Shepard. But you'd think that after months on Atlantis, they would have trained more jumper pilots by now, or they'd have like other people with the gene.
There's only
either
so many
natural or
people
via
that
therapy.
did they say how frequently the gene therapy worked? What the percentage?
I
It
don't
was
remember
like
the
50%
percentage.
or something.
50. You'd
I think
think
it was
that
a
there
bit
would be
more.
a couple of more pilots out of that.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have necessarily known, that they could have had it work on the other end with Beckett's gene therapy. So
What I will say that I found very interesting is that they brought Shepard in because of his ability to fly and his and his
ancient chair.
and the ancient chair and everything, and just the genetics. But I wonder how many people for Atlantis they were like, we're gonna bring you just in case your job is useful, and then they like just ended up being kind of useless and they had to assign them a different job. I just wonder.
It's hard to say.
Alyssa said apparently it was 40% it worked, the gene therapy.
40%, yeah. I knew it
Alyssa.
was around half. I mean, it's less than half, but yeah.
here we go.
So these jumpers are equipped with cloaking devices, aren't they? So why don't the pilots engage their cloaks before confronting this dart?
Because
like that would have
Atlantis
given them a
is
tactical advantage.
Coming right there. Ooh, ouch.
And that was
Damn it.
Markham and Smith. So I believe that they're the first named jumper pilots lost in enemy action. And we've met Markham before. He was the pilot that got stuck in the event horizon in 38
Yeah,
Front
minutes.
end,
exactly.
yeah.
And he also appeared in the Defiant one, and I think Smith is just a
You're right.
mention-only
Why weren't they
character.
invisible? Because they wouldn't have gotten
Yeah.
shot then. Yeah, very
Yeah.
silly.
Doesn't this Wraith bail out before his dart crashes into the city?
He does.
Yes,
I
yeah,
mentioned
Evie
that
said it,
before.
yeah.
This is Bob,
he
isn't it?
parachutes in. Yeah.
Damn it,
He comes
Bob.
back later. It
He
is Bob.
parachutes?
Yep.
Or does he
Oh,
beam?
I assume he parachutes. I don't know.
I figured he beamed himself into the
He
city.
probably beams.
But doesn't he need to be in like the arse end of it already, like as
I don't know how that
a
works.
signal instead of like in the chair in order for the beam to work? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd like to think that he just nosedived straight into the ocean and then climbed up onto Atlantis.
Mm.
That was a cool shot.
Oh, he's
So
a
somewhere
doctor.
here, he's like, he's so sweaty.
I know.
I mean, the Hippocratic Oath
I'd be
doesn't
sweaty,
necessarily apply to. Uh-oh, here we go.
Mm.
Scanning. Yep. Everything's back
That
online, buddy.
pilot's gonna yeet.
Atlantis is above the water. Just don't transmit information. 15.
Good old triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
maybe it
think just
did.
before we might have missed it, Alina confirmed that the Pegasus Stargates have 36 symbols,
Yes,
so 3 fewer than 39.
that's correct.
Hmm.
Because of the
I had
positions of the
no
chevrons.
idea.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
I
'cause
never
the-
knew that.
The chevrons. Yeah, that was the whole. There was a whole thing about that. So
I feel stupid.
don't worry about
So
it. You're good.
this
Marcus,
episode, I believe I've just put in Joe in my notes. I assume I mean Joe Malozzi. So describe this as a Da Vinci Code style adventure. You've got underground labyrinths, ancient puzzles, and the Pegasus version of the Holy Grail.
And the
But,
most obvious
he
slit
noted
that's
that
clearly the
there's-
thing.
There's an
I don't
Indiana
like your use of
Jones
that word.
quality to the treasure hunt, as we see
Yes.
here.
Oh, absolutely.
And
It's very Indiana Jones.
Fans agreed. They compared it to Raiders of the Lost Ark, where our heroes do all the work and the villains swoop in and claim the treasure. And McKay and Shepard are like Indy, and Collier is Belloc, and Alina is just something else entirely.
Did you say you don't like me using the word slit in order to describe what it is?
That's right.
That is the definition of a line like that.
Okay, very good. But there's just some words that you just don't do in common conversation anymore.
To be honest, I've never really used it that much anyway, so that wasn't not remotely intentional towards anything.
Oh, no,
I
it
just
crossed my
described what I
mind.
saw.
I know. Yeah.
But look, you can see very clearly that there's like a piece in there
I
you can
know.
easily pull out.
I
Like I
know.
wish they hid it better. This is stupid.
Well, no, they're all. But the map is full of those.
There's lots of raised bits
Yeah,
on
there's
the
lots
map.
of raised pieces everywhere on it. Yeah.
But
Maybe
this
it's
was
a
a
it's
particularly
great big advent calendar. Maybe that's what it
Look,
is. Yeah, but
look
I'm
how
telling you,
particularly-
look at all the others though. They're all like little
There's other
popsicle
raised
things
pieces on the map
all
as well.
over
It's
it.
not
Put them
the
all
only raised
open.
piece.
That's true too. But like she was saying about preserving it and restoring it, and now he's tearing it apart.
Yeah, well.
Well, he just
There we
popped. He
go.
popped it out very delicately, which is unlike McKay.
There's the piece,
He doesn't really have a delicate hand.
and that is the castle that they're in. So there you go. No, he doesn't. Didn't his piano instructor say like a clinical, quite the clinical player, but
But he's
absolutely
got-
no talent?
No, yeah,
Yeah.
he's got no sense for the art. Yeah.
That's it. Exactly. That makes sense.
Earth 2 and Beyond said, well, now I feel compelled to use that word more often. Lol.
go.
There you go, David.
Well, let me just go and slit my something open.
Also,
Anyway.
don't do that. So Ford mentions in a second that he has some flashbangs, and Taylor still has her knife strapped to her ankle.
That's
So
true.
you'd think that the Jedi would search their prisoners for weapons.
You would
Yeah,
think
dumb.
so.
Also, Taylor asks what flashbangs are, but she was present when Ford briefed the team on tactical equipment earlier this season. So I don't know
Yeah.
if the writers forgot or maybe Taylor forgot.
Yeah. So tele-editing said in 38 minutes the cloak is damaged. They took off and it didn't work. But yeah, the cloaks, they always cloak after getting to the other side. No real explanation as to why, though. To be fair, it was the same
Okay.
cargo ships just exiting hyperspace. Yeah, well, the thing is, it wasn't that particular one that all of them were uncloaked. So it just seems very silly of them to do that.
So
And then go.
the-
Yep, go.
I saw this on Facebook actually this morning when I was having breakfast. So they have to have them uncloak because if you just see a puddle ripple and you don't cut to, like at the beginning of an episode, and you don't immediately cut to
Yeah.
the jumper interior, the audience has no idea what it was. So that's more to help
Right.
us
Some more
figure
film
out what's
movie
going
magic.
on. So
Brilliant. Yeah,
rather than
okay.
being cloaked like when they go through
Fair.
the Stargate and everything else.
Makes
It goes a
sense.
little
Still
like
silly because
that,
people
yes.
died.
Absolutely, it did. And
and
you
then
think that the
Raspberry
jumpers
threw
have
a-
shields.
Yeah, they don't yet, do they? Isn't it that they give the city the jumper's cloak and they provide the cloaks with the city's shield? Don't they do
know
that
how
later?
that
They do little
works.
swapsies?
I
thought they did
thought
that.
that the jumpers had shielding.
I wasn't sure.
Oh,
I don't remember.
Interesting. I
I'm
knew
sure
that
they do. I don't
they
know.
pulled a cloak out of a jumper and gave it to Atlantis, which I always thought was a
I
bit
assume
of
they just
a wild thing.
yeah.
The ancients never thought of that. Well, okay.
No.
But
There
yeah.
was also
yeah.
just a passing reference to Sora. They
Yes.
confirmed,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
that she's still
we
like a
never see
prisoner
again?
We still
on
have her,
Atlantis after
yeah.
the storm in the eye.
I'd love to see her.
And according to Martin Gero, a deleted scene from the Siege Part 2 actually showed her being returned to the Jedi as part
they
of the deal
actually
for
did
nuclear
bring the actress
weapons.
in. Okay.
But it was cut for time.
Okay. Well, then
What a
that
shame.
should be on the DVDs then.
And then Raj Luthor said, based on like the Janai who are doing what they're doing, it says swoops in also reminds me of the Vulture from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. he's
That's it.
vultured
Oh,
in
the Vulture.
to take
Oh my
away
God.
their ZPM. Great
I
reference.
forgot about the Vulture.
He
Oh.
vultured our case.
Is that Stackhouse to the left of Bates?
I'm
guessing
I
it
didn't
is.
actually I didn't have a good look.
Okay. Hopefully.
Collier has no patience.
No.
And his impatience is about to get old mate Pranos here killed.
That's it.
Which is sort of very Last Crusade, because he chooses poorly. You have chosen poorly.
That's it.
Here we go. Dan Ben said in Return Part 2, they convert the Puddle Jumper's cloak into a shield, and they take a lot of hits from replicator
Oh, they
stun
specifically
weapons.
convert
Yeah.
the cloak
That's
into
what
a
I
shield?
thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I actually don't remember.
That's why I was like a bit of a swapsies situation, because they gave City cloak and they gave Puddle Jumper shield.
So we sold this
dude.
pedestal in the PropWorks auction, and these were little pneumatic like air holes that would pull up the things and then close them back down.
Oh.
Yeah. That is poison, my dear.
Yes. Very quick acting poison.
Mhm.
I do love that he was the one being like, it makes sense, just do it, you know, and then he does it himself and then dies. I think that's good karma for impatience.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
what
you've
I
lost
thought.
Oh yeah, it kills
Sorry.
you.
Yeah, so
Obviously not obviously, but yeah, assumably a decent man.
tele-editing just said it, which is what I thought, which was I remember that Zelenka had to convert the cloak to a shield in Grace Under Pressure, so they didn't have them in originally. Yeah, that I couldn't remember which episode it was, but I swore there was a shield conversion situation.
Yes. Yeah, you're
'Cause that's how
totally
they
right, because
got-
they extend it.
Yeah, to go
to,
save McKay.
So yeah, so McKay can walk between
That's
the
it.
Yep.
puddle jumpers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
underwater. That's right.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember the exact scenario in episode, but I knew somewhere deep down.
Mm.
See, look, Paul Brickler, I was right. Like I usually am.
There you go.
So modesty.
There you go.
Now look at me mess up all the Stargate trivia episodes because I can't handle the trivia pressure. I'm not always right. I wish I was. Oh, the chemistry here is great between these two.
You're
Yes.
in Mensa? We have a chapter on Atlantis. It's like, no, I'm not that nerdy, thank you. I passed the test, but I'm not like in Mensa.
Exactly.
9 or 5. Shut up, please. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
you're not going to
misconception.
save it. It's going to be Shepard.
Give me the gun, I'll shoot him myself. One of my favorites.
So Shepard's solution is a magic square. So it's a grid where every row, column, and diagonal adds to the same number. And apparently it's a concept that actually dates back about 4,000 years.
Mm.
There was a person called Albrecht Dürer, I think, which he included one in a 1514 engraving that he did, and obviously Dan Brown featured them in The Lost Symbol, which is a sequel to the Da Vinci Code, which kind of brings us full circle because there's a lot of Da Vinci Code references.
All I'm thinking is Taylor's got to be thinking, I'm glad I shaved this morning.
I will never stop irking me the fact that in certain TV shows women have shaved armpits. I'm just like, guys, no. Like in Lost, right? Where are you going, Kate,
Exactly.
to get your armpits shaved?
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe she has waxed so many times to the point where the hair doesn't grow back.
That
That's
does not how
true.
DNA works.
Pre-Lost.
Well, you don't know Athosian DNA.
Maybe they got laser surgery on their armpits.
it.
Maybe that's it.
All right, there we go.
We'll go with that.
I don't think you mean that, Kolya.
Manel said City doesn't have a cloak. No, but they get one
That's the thing.
in the
They
beginning
take
of
it out
season
of
two,
they
out
take
of
it
the
out
puddle
from the
jumper.
jumpers. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then they put that big nuke
surprise,
above it.
surprise! It's in the middle of the next thing. Well, okay, so not
Sort
completely in
of,
the
yeah,
middle.
slightly on the side.
There we go.
You know what, guys? This is like a different vibe of an episode, so I'm gonna give it that. This is a bit exciting, just a little bit.
Here we go.
Actually, if you look at her arms, they're not quite clearly shaven. Like they're not cleanly
Yeah,
shaven.
I know.
Said.
Boom!
Oh, nearly whacked the ZPM because of his because he jumped so fast.
That's it.
Oh, McKay's complaining.
Of course.
About being blinded. So Shepard has had like 2 clear opportunities now to kill Collier, and he hasn't taken either.
No, it's
I know,
third
these-
time's
they
the
keep-
charm.
Leaving these people alive.
Look at that. That's right.
So his mercy kind of comes back to haunt him when Collier
Sure it
captures
does.
him and uses him.
Yeah.
With the wraith for torture.
I cannot believe this is a focus, but Kevin Weaver said, I've seen repeated waxing result in less hair growth and lighter hair. That is nonsense. Lies. Not how it works. People think they are, I think. And Dan Ben said, I know somebody plucked their eyebrows so much they never grew back. Girl, I know you're not a girl. I'm saying, girl, I wish that was the case. I pluck my eyebrows so much and they always come back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've had mine tattooed on, so they definitely stopped growing at one point.
There you go.
That's amazing. I had no idea.
Yeah.
They look great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have to laser
Just the
them out in other
tails. Just the tails
circumstances.
have been like I have the front and the middle. Just the tails are tattooed.
Dude, just do it.
Yeah, please save yourself years of struggle.
But you know what? If he did,
making yourself indebted to
do
Todd.
it, then we wouldn't get Todd.
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
He knows it though. Look at his face. I don't think you can make a deal with him. You can't trust him.
As far as I can see. He didn't say. Oh, did you notice the ZPM covers on the others there? Yeah, it looks like the ZPMs. That was a great little Easter egg. It looked at the tops of the other circles. They look like the tops of the ZPM.
Yeah.
So.
You're about to get betrayed.
Yes. Kind of also another sort of tie into the Last Crusade, because that was like a love interest with her own hidden agenda all along.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very Indiana Jones.
Well, Indy got his treasure stolen from him more than once, I think. So.
It's not his treasure. It belongs in a museum.
You belong in a museum.
Yeah. So do you.
So do you.
Throw him over the side.
Yeah. So McKay's innocent confession about Earth cost them the ZPM.
Yeah, one silly little comment.
They're waiting
look
for
what
the
happened.
real ancients to return, not the fake ancients.
They're a little preoccupied these days, dude.
What's really dumb about them doing this, though, is that they're about to lose the city of the ancestors by taking away the ZPM. Like, they could have shared the knowledge. They could have been like, if you guys give us a ZPM, you guys can come research and study here, but instead you're going to sit here with this arrogance? Shut up.
What if we let you move in, too?
Exactly. They could have done that.
So, did we say her name was Jaina? Jaina?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Jaina said she was asked by fans how she wanted Alina, her character, to be remembered, like a heroine, sympathetic figure, or a manipulator.
A dum-dum.
She said that she'll let you decide. So since she survived this episode, the door was kind of open for her to return, and it's sort of a shame that it never happened. She also mentioned that both Martins, Wood and Gero, were present at her audition, and she actually credited Gero for being collaborative with character details, like
there we go.
helping her develop the backstory.
I need to try and reach out to her again.
You should.
That's cool.
So the Jedi didn't kill the Quindosum to recover the ZPM?
I feel like they should have, or they would have. I don't know.
They're pretty bloodthirsty.
Yeah, I just think that also, right, what's so funny, she's like, we're waiting for the ancients to turn up. Darling, every time the ancients turn up, everything goes wrong because they're arrogant dum-dums. So... Well, our goose is cooked, guys. Everything's
That's
gone
it.
bad.
Yeah, you've been in a hole.
Yeah.
Here we go. They're coming.
So a few people on Gate World had varying reactions to the Jedi returning as villains, but Collier as a character did specifically earn a lot of praise.
Yeah.
One
Oh, he's a
person
great villain.
declared him hands down the best villain SGA had.
That's it.
And as for the ending, someone summed it up by saying, meanwhile, back at the ranch, yipe.
Yeah.
They lost the ZPM, lost 2 pilots, 3 hive ships are 2 weeks out. It's a masterclass in stacking bad news.
Yeah.
And Joe Malozzi described this as a classic Stargate adventure where our heroes do everything right and they're still back at square one.
And
So-
they're several steps behind because now we've got hives.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
hives. And these ones don't go away with steroids.
They don't.
And yeah,
Oh,
I think that-
See, she can do it
Guys.
without the. Yeah, she can.
No,
do it
she
without
had
the
that in her notes. She had that in her notes.
No, I didn't.
I
That's
don't
just
think
from
she did.
personal
You can
experience.
tell her intonation when she's coming up with it on the fly.
Oh, I need to practice my intonation
Yes.
a lot better.
Oh,
then.
yeah. Make
it
You'll
better.
never know.
That's it. Because you kind of drum it up. You know, it's like, okay, and here is the
Feel the
joke.
setup
Ta-da! And we go, yeah.
I just thought that Evie had a
yeah.
hives joke ready to go whenever it got mentioned. So
God, that's the Brotherhood. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Someone is not back with us yet.
yeah, it's Evie.
Oh, that would be me.
But that's good because that means we're in the right order and we all come
Clickety
back like
clackety.
last time, so.
You're still a there we go. Okay, very good.
Yeah, it takes just a second for it to come online.
That's it.
Oh, he's ripping off his gloves. Oh, he means business.
Yeah,
He's
that's
done.
it.
He's done with
This
them. The
one
gloves have come off.
is a
The gloves have come
3.
off.
A 3.
It is it is not a 2
Out of the
because
gate,
of
so
Robert
fast.
Davi in an exceptional return as Kolya, conniving.
Mhm.
Finally has a mustache to twirl, though he still has to
Little bit.
work at it. But I love Kolya. I love Kolya and Shepard. I wish that they hadn't killed him off in season 3. That was just what they did with him with the Sakari seed carrier in season 5 was almost made up for it. So I think that season 4 is something less because Kolya is not in it. And to be frank, I do enjoy the fact that this is a terrific reversal where, we're making headway, and then we get Delta reversal and you go back home and, oh, by the way, Wraith Hives. So,
Yeah.
but it's still a 3. Yeah.
I'll go
That's a
last
3.
if
Okay.
Evie wants to go next. 'cause I
Okay,
need to think.
sure. I'll jump in there.
Jump in with the
So-
sharks.
I did really like the I did actually not mind the pacing of this episode, and I did like the tie-ins to, Indiana Jones and the Da Vinci Code. I thought it was a different direction. I haven't seen Stargate really do that before, and I love Indiana Jones, like the first 3 films anyway. So I did like that. McKay being clueless again about someone crushing on him is just classic.
Of course.
I like the reveal that Shepard actually got into Mensa, but he chose not to join.
That's it.
It's very
Sounds like him.
Jack O'Neill. It's Jack
Yeah.
O'Neill-esque, the hidden
I'm really
intelligence.
smart. I just pretend not to be.
That's it.
Yeah, the hidden intelligence. So
I wish that they did that with Jack a little bit
I
more.
feel
It
like-
actually showed him to be intelligent, but he's really putting
he
it
just he played the fool maybe a little bit too hard.
on. Because Rick,
Yeah,
that's
I think
Rick,
this is a
just-
4. That's
yeah.
just Rick being Rick. Yeah, I think it's a 4 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually forgot kind of how much I enjoy this episode as like just, a casual viewing episode. It leads into the next episode obviously, but it is like you said, it's more of a sidestep adventure. It's not really propelling the story forward as such.
That's my overall issue with it, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
So-
but I do quite enjoy it as a standalone episode. So yeah, I think a 4.
Poor Paul Brickler, I would never join a Mensa chapter that would have me as a member. Okay. God.
I I'm just like now, like it's weird, right? I was just thinking we don't really get many of these kinds of like archaeological episodes, and that's because we don't have an archaeologist on the team. What are we doing? What were we doing when we were making the show? Not getting a Daniel Jackson in there to like do stuff. Like I'm just realizing now after watching the show for I'm 28 now, 23 years, and only now going, actually, why weren't we doing that? Because surely when you're going to another galaxy and exploring, you need more of that energy, and that's just annoying. So I'm annoyed about that actually all of a sudden. Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see some archaeology stuff. I think that's one of the things that's missing because Atlantis is very science heavy, which I love. McKay is my favorite for that reason because he always has juicy plot and juicy stories to uncover because of that. So Taylor should have been a bit of an archaeologist. Actually, I would have liked that. So I think that this, I kind of want to give it a 2, but I think I do like David's logic of Robert Davi is just so damn tasty. His performance is so good. That yeah, I think I'm going to go with the 3 on this. Brotherhood has just never ever sat well with me. It's one of my least favorite episodes of season 1.
Sure.
It's just
Jenna was fine as well. She
yeah. The performance
when we
is
got
good.
to the end and the twist there, yeah, she played that
Yeah.
well. She listening to writing, going, interesting. Okay, that's good information.
Just coming
writing
off
all this
of-
down up here.
Coming off of Before I Sleep.
Right. It is a come down. Is that the correct term? It's not a letdown. It's a bit of a deflation. So
and I'm not gonna lie, right? Like, so I'm just double checking that I'm correct in what I'm about to say, which is that Letters from Pegasus is the next episode, and I love that episode because it's such a personal one, and you really get to know these people, and so this just feels like it's just like in the middle, just kind of doing nothing. And like Stargate doesn't need to do stuff.
All be bangers.
I know, and it doesn't need to do stuff to be a good episode because I love loads of one-off episodes like Window of Opportunity. What did that do for Stargate? Nothing. It was just funny. In terms of like actual moving of plot forward and stuff, it really didn't do anything.
that's a great point. What did Window of Opportunity do for the mythology?
Like nothing. We saw the big table that got used again in season 9 in Crusades. And stuff.
No, you're right. It didn't really add
in
to
the episode we just watched.
the overall storyline.
We saw that the ancients dabbled lightly in time travel before giving up. It's like, but you could assume that the ancients would dabble in everything because that's their whole shtick is trying everything.
Window of Opportunity also helped define those characters even further.
I guess. Okay, so we'll give it that.
Yeah. It all comes down to the story. Like if the story is a good story, it's gonna resonate.
That's what I'm saying. They can't all be bangers, and they can't all like contribute, and they don't need to contribute. They can still be good episodes. But this not only like did not really contribute, but it wasn't really a very good episode, and annoyed me. This is a bad week for Nicole. 3. That's it.
Apparently it is, yeah.
Something in the air, guys. Maybe I'm irritable because London like did me dirty and my trains all messed up. So now I'm just mad.
Eaten, and if we were
need
to
some
watch
fruit.
this after
I've
you'd
eaten
you'd give it a 4.
so much food today. I had the
maybe that's
craziest
part of what it is.
breakfast.
Maybe it's bloat.
I'm always bloated and annoyed because my IBS every day, guys. So it's not that. And I had some delicious ramen and some amazing drinks, and I've eaten only half of my cake that I got from Chinatown. I need to finish it.
Do you remember when we started this and she wanted us to avoid talking about her IBS, and now she throws it around left and right? I'm just saying.
I need to normalize it more because sometimes it makes me so angry and agitated that if I don't bring it up and let out some of my anger or like let out my irritation, then it just bottles up and I become very
like a fart.
Like a fart. I also have a magnet on my lamp, by the way, that says I have this that I look at every day.
There you go.
Next to me.
Yeah, which you share with no one but you in your office. All right.
Yes,
exactly.
Okay.
So,
Your home office.
Let's not bring in the Willy
please,
Wonka. Is it smell-o-vision? We don't want
smell-o-vision.
My boss jokes about that whenever we're on call, and I'm like, I haven't showered today. He's like, well, thank God I can't smell you. I'm like, yeah, no smell-o-vision. So going into the ratings, we have Anthony. This is a 4 for me. Paul Brickler, give this a 4. They can't all be 7s. Nope. Kevin Weaver, I would give this episode a 4, but I enjoy Robert Davi and the Da Vinci Code vibe, so that's a 5.
Wow. 5,
Tele-editing.
okay.
Yeah, tele-editing, who I think might be new. There's some like newer names in here. Hello.
So that's Tilamakos Campaños. He is our lead video editor now. I've spent the last week with him on Zoom for hours and hours, and he has helped me completely reconfigure open broadcast software for season 6. And
What a bro.
to work with this little macro box that I'm going to get if Amazon would ever decide to deliver it. Thank you very much. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, step
Please,
it up.
Greg,
Deliver
continue.
Stargate and deliver these things so David can provide more Stargate content. Boom, there we
Yeah,
go.
this is the second day of this one was my fault, but this was the second day where I expected deliveries and didn't get it, and I was pretty pissed.
Yeah. So Teleediting said I think 4 is good. It's a lower budget episode, I think. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, they were out in a field for a lot of it. I mean, there were some sets, I don't know. Sarah Beamy, bit too much like a Dan Brown book, 2 out of 7. Minel said Evil Junai straight 7 and Elizabeth is a 7. In terms of appearance, I think there's a whole discussion about appearances in here. So we're saying that why are we saying 7? Okay, cool, 7s. Okay.
Don't judge.
I know. I'm not.
That was your judging voice.
I'm confused. I'm confused as to why we've given we're saying Elizabeth's a 7 and Evil Junai
variety's the spice of
are a
life.
7.
I truly believe that. Not everyone.
Well, I was like, is this appearances that Evil Junai are all hot? Is that what that's what I was confused about? I wasn't judging. I was so confused. Yeah. Stuart Miller is a 4 out of 7. Lockwatcher, this is a 5. It's a great bottle show. That's judge. Any episode with Collier in it is great. It does at least tell us that there are more ZPMs out there. We just haven't found them yet.
That's right.
Then it gets worse. I mean, we're not great at finding them. Minel said, but episode total is a 4. So, okay, so Minel's is giving the individual aspects of the plot of the Janai and Elizabeth 7s, but giving the overall episode a 4.
Okay.
For reasons. Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, crap. Okay, hold on. Then they follow it up with the whole episode is a 2, but pieces are 7s and music is a 7.
Okay. New rule. Don't confuse Nicole. Look, we appreciate you thinking through your rationale, but give it only as one entry and can you person, please.
Yeah, can you give like all the numbers and then end it on one final number as best you can with like a big this is my final rating.
Be pithy,
if you're gonna break it down.
Succinct, which is
my brain,
which is pithy. So
I can only read so good at this time of night. But thank you very much, Minels. Dan Ben said 4 out of 7. Raj Luther, 5 out of 7. Another good episode. I wish there was a follow-up episode, seeing Alina again and realizing how wrong she was for taking the CPMs. Yeah, I wish she'd actually get to meet the ancients and realize they kind of suck. At least the ones that we see. So, then she'd be like...
she's better off dealing with Atlantis.
Yeah.
Like the current crew.
And Teleediting said, to be fair, if they'd gotten the ZPM, it absolutely would have helped the story go on. Yeah. Gecko Fett, I'll give it a 4 out of 7. Enjoyed it more than I remembered. Must be because I'm watching it with everyone here. Stargate's always better with friends.
Yeah, generally speaking, that is true. Every once in a while,
except for me.
Except for this week and Nicole.
Yeah, and Nicole's something's up. And then we've got Candy Mitch a 6. They Call Me Mr. Wonka said this one isn't one I find particularly interesting. I'd say a 4. I don't hate it or anything, just meh. A step down. Is what someone else said. Paul Brickler said, window opportunity introduced golf to Stargate. That's what it introduced to Stargate.
Kevin Weaver, Wormhole Extremist, Nicole judged my lived experience with my leg hair too. Kevin?
Oh.
We're talking about waxing?
Waxing. We're back to waxing again. All right. Interesting. Okay.
Kevin, did you wax?
Did you wax your legs? I've never done that. I refuse to wax. I've
done it a few times. It's not very painful.
Yeah.
But is it worth it?
No.
I suspect it's got to be worth it for some people to keep doing it.
I mean, I know people who wax a lot.
Yeah, I think it's probably quite popular with maybe
women,
like cyclists or something that need to, like, for aerodynamics.
Hold on,
Kevin is not aerodynamic.
Well,
he's not aerodynamic. So
like that Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode with the Swedes, where it's like Soren shaves his fingers to cut down on drag. It's like
fingers.
That bit, the finger hair. Oh yeah, okay. And then Nicole, you've been to Borough Market. Yes, I've been several times. I like it there. I'm looking for more ratings in here, making sure I'm not missing anything. Alyssa said a 5 chevrons because of McKay and Shepard. And double checking, there's more conversations on waxing.
Yes, that's an implication that she could have been 4 chevrons. Okay.
Did I say? I think I said They Call Me Mr. Wonka said they gave it a 4 as well. Yeah, I did say that. Cool. Okay. I think we are.
Paul Brickler, I'm giving this a 2.4 carat PL?
PI?
PI? I don't know. I can never tell.
I don't know what's happening, but yeah.
I have to put it in the search bar. Is it an I or an L?
Brar?
It is a lowercase I or an up. Yes, it is an I. Okay. It's the 9th letter and 3rd vowel of the modern English alphabet. There we go. I hate fonts where you can't tell the I versus the L.
Yes.
All right. The lowercase L versus the uppercase I. All right.
This has been a fun week, guys. There's loads of people I don't usually talk to in here who, loads of new people,
people.
And old people. I love you, old people, but not actually old people. You know what I mean? Lovingly.
You don't actually love old people. Oh, okay. All right. All right.
There we go.
It's gone well, guys. It's gone well. So wait, when are we back?
Next week, apparently.
I don't know.
Oh,
so
potentially the
it's
week after.
possible
So you'll just
not
keep
next
us-
week
Okay,
because
keep us
it's Dial of the
updated.
Gate season 6's technical opening weekend, even though we had, a show last week because the news came and, there we go. But
Oh, you had to jump on the
yeah.
scoop.
that's it.
The
We
London
had to scoop it for sure. So 392 will be Joe Flanagan. He's going to premiere at 10 a.m. Pacific time, Saturday the 7th. And we
Yay.
also I've got a couple of text messages that I need to check at this stage, but James C.D. Robbins is going to be joining us Sunday, February the 8th at 10 a.m. Pacific. We're going to talk about some season 9 and I don't know if I have any season 10 concept art or not. So we're going to go through more of his collection and explore it with him.
Cool.
Yep. And also on that day, if I can, oh my goodness, it's scheduled at the same time. I'm going to have to change that. But the first roundtable interview from our Vancouver recordings last December, Tom Macbeth and Jacqueline Samuda and Garwin Sanford will be debuting next Sunday.
That'd be
As
awesome.
well, yes. Absolutely.
Looking forward to seeing that.
That is the Game Plan Faux show. So that's what we've got. Anything else, guys? Let me change that in the schedule.
I can't think of anything.
Nah, I'm gonna go pass out. Had a long weekend.
Me
Well, it's
too.
10:30 there. Yeah, that makes total sense.
I have a 9 a.m. meeting every Monday as well, so I gotta make sure I'm just awake for that. So,
11 hours from now? Yeah, I would think that you're gonna.
No, as in like, oh god, look, I have a whole process and it's annoying. And who the hell wants to start work at 9 a.m. and have the first thing you do when you log on is have a
Dude,
meeting?
I get up
okay?
at 4:30 in the morning these days.
You're
so
crazy. I can't do that. My
look,
IBS could never.
There you go. Well, your
Yeah.
body
4:30.
adjusts to you after a little while. So
I was going to say, after all these years of us doing this show, getting up at 3 o'clock every Monday morning is actually not too hard for me now.
wow,
I like that.
I never thought of
I
it
like
that way before.
You get up at 3, you get up at 4. I'm like, I gotta be up for my 9 a.m. meeting. Ugh. Like, shut up,
Exactly right.
Nicole.
I gotta make sure I get my
8:45
10 hours of
probably.
sleep.
Yeah, put the
If
dog
I don't get enough
out.
sleep, my tummy gets really upset. So actually,
Oh,
like,
you
it's
tummy.
my IBS, David. I have a condition. Be quiet.
After all these years, it's brilliant. We haven't killed each other yet.
I
That's
know,
that's
isn't it
the remarkable
beautiful? Evie and I are 7 years into our
Let's
relationship.
celebrate.
It's so tedious.
Is that all?
Yeah, only getting there.
Yes.
Alrighty, folks. Well, we're only 32 minutes over when we normally expect to be out of here. So we hope
Also, people
you've
made
enjoyed it.
some silly joke in the chat about power of pi raised to the power of like the thing, and then joking about how their rating is like pi related. And then teleediting said, "I give so we give the episode 15.648360540 out of 7 chevrons." And then Paul Brickler said that should confuse the heck out of Nicole. Thank you.
Get done.
I said that
Mission
all very well.
accomplished.
That was some McKay level speed that I went through that number. I want that noted. Okay, done. Thanks, guys. We love you. Appreciate you.
Thanks for joining us again.
Bye.
Aye.